No, I was gonna say Andrew first picks Hawthorne now.
What?
Depends.
Andrew.
So,
Dude, you've
still
changed,
trying
dude.
to-
You're a
Who
meta
are
slave
you,
now?
Andrew?
Oh my god, he's a
Oh.
meta slave. Oh
Man,
no, dude.
oh, what
Dude, come on, dude. I thought it used to be. Listen,
I haven't picked Hathor for like
Oh,
50 games, Andrew.
Look at this. Dude. He used to be Ophelia first pick, dude. And look at it. Doesn't even use
Oh,
Ophelia
you're not
anymore, dude. This guy's
interested anymore.
changed,
Oh,
dude.
Look, he's
What's
getting
going on
red.
with
He's
this
getting
guy?
embarrassed. No big deal.
Talk about meta slave. I pulled a Savannah.
Oh, grass.
The timing on that.
That was so good.
With the timing on that.
I pulled a Savannah. Ding.
Ding. Aloha, everybody from YouTube. Welcome back today to another podcast. Today should be very exciting. We had a lot of things happen in the last week. So I'm very excited to bring these guys in today and kind of discuss about it and share our thoughts with you guys. We have Invictus back from last week. We have Tyler, who hasn't been here for like, what, 2 weeks now? Welcome back. Thompson, you're literally here every single week. And we have our new special guest, Ken Baller. Welcome, dude.
Hey,
Good to have you here, bro.
How's everyone doing?
Give us a little intro on yourself, like how you got into Summoners War and whatever else you want to intro. You don't have to be like Chokomu last week, telling about his life story, though,
All right.
you know. But yeah,
well, I was born in. That's kidding. But my name is Ken Baller. I started playing Summoners War in 2016, so it's about to be my 4th year. I started because a bunch of my friends were playing, and then I got way better than them. Then they stopped playing, so that's that. I started streaming 4 months ago. Usually stream right before Island's Night stream, and yeah, that's me.
very nice. And you were from Hawaii too, right?
I'm
when
also
was
from
that?
Hawaii.
Yeah. How long ago did you move away? I'm actually curious. You were
Moved
born and raised
away
here?
probably like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Wow, born and
Moved when I
raised
was
here.
15.
Ah, I see. Cool. All right, so we got 2 people from Hawaii here, technically. So it should be a very fun podcast. Let's talk balance patch. What's your thoughts on some of the buffs and nerfs? Now, this is going to be... Do we have an echo again?
Is it me?
Might be. Is there somebody, like, cooking or doing something around you?
No.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I'm in
You
yeah.
can change your settings if you want for a little while. It's in the settings area. Go to...
Push to talk?
Yeah, go push to talk for a little while.
Sure.
So then there's no echo in the back. And you can change it back after. But all right, yeah, balance patch. Feel free to take it away. This is a pretty big topic. There's a lot of units that got buffed and nerfed. You know what? I'll just throw one up there. Ragdoll. Let's talk about Ragdoll, Thompson, since that's the one that you've been talking for a while. What are your thoughts? How you feel? Let's talk Ragdoll right now. Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to talk about Ragdoll yet. Let's have the Ragdoll owner talk about Ragdoll.
Okay, sure. Ragdoll owner.
Alright. So I got Ragdoll like a month and a half ago. So I didn't get to experience him for that long. But in that month and a half, I think he was really OP. But because of the nerf, I think he's not as strong as before, even though he's tankier now because of that reflect damage. It's noticeable, especially during AoEs. Instead of 60%, it's 40% now. And now between let's say my Vanessa and my Ragdoll usually gets cut now. So
I see. Yeah, that's an
not as good
interesting
as
thing you
before.
bring up.
Still a
about
good
the-
unit though.
Yeah, definitely. That's an interesting thing you bring up with the reflect. I think a lot of players, they actually don't know this, but reflect is actually damage reduction, like damage reduction plus, because it reduces the damage. Actually, people just think that you take the damage and you just reflect it, but from what I'm aware, it reduces that damage, right, and then reflects it. So it's damage reduction on steroids, I guess. So it does make him effectively tankier. So is the decrease in attack gauge noticeable for you guys? That when you guys are playing RTA, have you been drafting into Ragdolls? Thompson.
First question, Andrew, which LD Nat 5 do you want the most?
Why are you deflecting the situation? You
just
constantly
ask the
deflect.
question.
Like
All right, real
every
quick.
week you talk about Ragdoll.
second.
Oh, let me show you this video. Look at this. Most
Just
used
quick
monster
question.
in SWC.
Just
Ragdoll.
a quick
And then now we talk about Ragdoll. You don't want to talk about
Brian,
Ragdoll. Huh?
just a quick question.
Okay,
all right,
good.
real
Okay.
quick.
You're setting it
LD
up.
Nat 5
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Jan Hunger Payday.
Okay, how about you, Tyler?
Hater.
Gianna or Yunhong?
Wait, none of you guys want to Ragdoll more?
Yeah, it doesn't
Nah.
suit the playstyle. It doesn't.
He's not really. He's not really. You can't really fit him into like the team. He's just like there.
Like Ragdoll's good and fun, but I prefer the unit that like I can put in this specific spot on my team and it will always be like right there. Yunhong
And
is
Jan Hong, you can lap Ragdoll with the Jan Hong team. So Jan Hong, I think trumps at least in most cases.
Okay.
Also, I really like the idea of like one-shotting people with skill 2.
The meta is really one shot right now. But anyway, to go back to Ragdoll, I think the change is not that big. Like what Ken Baller said, the only problem is back then, the Vanessa will get cut. Now, back then, the Vanessa won't get cut. Now, the Vanessa will get cut. So I think the point is to just make your rune quality a little bit faster, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take away from like your point of yeah, of course Ragdoll's basically.
He was
the same
hoping
thing,
that you
right?
guys both said
It's-
Ragdoll. He was.
I'm not
I was
trying to
hoping,
say
yeah, I
that.
mean, like, who doesn't want a Ragdoll?
No, it's
I got completely.
you should just ask if then you thought the nerf was like significant enough. I mean, he's still OP. It's
remember,
he's
I
still
don't-
scary.
I don't have Tiana or Triton, so having like a Woundsaw or a Gianna is pretty nice for me.
Yeah, I think the change to Ragdoll I think puts it in a better spot though, to be honest. You know what's always what actually came up to me was that you know how you really don't like Ragdoll Thompson. A lot of people don't like it, but you're passionate about how OP it is and how difficult it is to play an RTA, right? I've
Did
noticed
no
that
one
there.
think- no,
Wait, let me finish.
Let me say this one more time.
No, you don't get to say anything. Let me
5
talk
minutes.
right now. I'm talking right now. I'm talking.
5 minutes before Ken Baller pulled a Ragdoll, he just typed in Guild War, like Guild Chat, I hate Ragdoll. Ragdoll sucks. I hate playing
Facts.
against it. And 5 minutes later, he pulled Ragdoll. He's like, oh my god, Ragdoll is number one. True story.
Facts.
Right, but like
True story, dude.
I've noticed that players have been able to play against Ragdoll better, right? Maybe you just have to change your playstyle, Thompson, and be able to play against it better. I don't know.
So
Like-
so tell me, Mr. IslandGrown, and
Yes.
this is very important because like
Yeah.
I'm on your podcast because I respect you in a way where I found out you're actually a really good RTA player. So you tell me, Mr. Really good RTA player, right? What counters the Ragdoll? You tell
Oh,
me.
wait, this is a meme, right?
No.
I know what
What counters
Ragdoll.
Ragdoll?
Who the hell told you that?
I know what counters Ragdoll.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I will bring somebody next time that can talk to you more about Ragdoll. One person that I know deals very good with Ragdoll, and I love dropping his name, is Fate Mem. Right? Fate Mem has had, even before the nerf, didn't have as many issues with Ragdoll anymore. He's able to play against it. Wait, let me finish. His rune quality is nowhere near your rune quality. His monster box is nowhere near your monster box, and he almost never bans it. And now with the nerf to it, it's even easier for him to play. Right? That's just one example of a player who can handle it. So if he can
You
handle
just
it, why can you
deflected
not?
the question, Brian.
What's
I
the
asked
question? What's the
you,
question?
what do you use to counter Ragdoll?
I haven't played RTA this season, bro. I haven't
Wow.
encountered Ragdolls.
Wow, just like that. How about last season?
You just ban it. For me,
Okay.
I didn't say I'm good at it, okay? I would also like to learn from Josh. I would also like to learn from the people that deal well with ragdolls, right? I would like to learn from them. So I'm in your shoes. I'm saying that there are people out there that deal with it very well. So I'm
Okay.
curious to know what it is, or if they even want to share it, right? And Ken Baller said he also knows what is good against ragdoll. So
Go ahead, Ken
I'm
Baller.
curious.
Well, Ken also has like the counter.
I don't
The
know.
thing that's good about Ken's position is he's got the counter to the thing that people use against him, which is a bunch of CC. So he's got Pater. CC is like CC and attack bar control is what you use. Like Lauren is scary, Daphnis, Rocky, Odin, one shot units like that.
Beast Riders.
Yeah, Beast Riders too.
Those are good counters. But I don't know if I should tell you the real counter, or else everyone's gonna start using it against me.
Ah, okay, that's for another.
Just hit us up in text chat after.
Yeah. Don't worry, don't worry.
This is what podcast is about. You share how you feel.
No.
Everything is non-scripted.
It's okay. It's okay.
No,
he has
okay,
a
just
ragdoll.
kidding,
He
just
doesn't want to share it.
So
It's
the
okay.
counter to Ragdoll right now is all those Molong teams where they're just tanky.
Mm.
Any bruiser comps with high defense, Ragdoll just kind of sits there. So you
Yeah,
have
they go like Molong, Harmonia, Icarus, and then they sometimes take like Bulwark.
like
I know.
Taranis.
No, the Taranis is
Harmonia.
the annoying one. Molong, Taranis, Harmonia +2 is like really, really out there right now. People are picking that a lot.
Yeah, hey
Hmm.
Thompson. So answer to your question. That's why I don't know the counter to ragdoll because I don't. Have
Don't
Molong.
fall for it. Don't fall for his trick.
I don't
because-
have Molong.
If you try to play the long defense, high HP game with Ken, you're not going to win that game either. Okay.
So
That's
what game
because
can
he
you
has.
win? Everything is gonna be OP.
Like
then,
I'm always
Thompson.
every other day I'm screaming with Ken Baller. Like all the units that just got buffed, we already tested it. Me and Ken Baller, we scream every day.
Right, but like is ragdoll that bad? I mean that crazy OP that you can't deal with it by drafting against the other units and just leaving him there?
let's not say is Ragdoll that crazy OP. Let's ask who's more OP than Ragdoll.
Yunhong. There's a lot of units OP than Ragdoll.
I don't think
Nah,
Younghong's more
nah.
OP than Ragdoll, but
I don't
that's
think
my
Younghong's
opinion.
More OP than Ragdoll.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think
Ragdoll-
Ragdoll's the
Young Hong is getting there now, but I think-
Younghong is good, but a lot of monsters do what Younghong could do in the sense. Like Younghong is going for that first turn kill and sustainability. A lot of monsters could do that, like Lauren, even Barbara, stuff like that could get you that first turn as well and boost the whole team up.
Like I would even say that Ragdoll's better than Nephthys, and the only reason is because Nephthys, as much as she does set up other units because of the speed buff, she also needs to be set up. Whereas like Ragdoll just exists, and he's just good. By existing, he's just good.
Yeah.
It all started from Brian's stupid question.
What stupid question? There's no question that's stupid.
Man. Of course, Ragdoll's OP, man. It's still OP.
I'll bring Josh in next week. Hopefully he'll join us, and I want to hear more from him on how he deals with it. Like there's got to be ways to play and deal with things, right? There's always going to be units that are strong, but it's what you do to deal with them to give you your chance to win, right? Because I don't know. I've watched him smash Ragdolls for like the last 2 years, dude. Like literally.
I mean,
smash
we're not saying that like.
Well, he
it's an
definitely
unbeatable unit.
I mean, that's
We're
what
just
he
saying-
runs. Stat third.
Well, what do you think is the best LD right now?
Me? I think Lima is the new SSS if we want to talk buffs and nerfs. I think Lima's really good, in my opinion. From what I've
I don't
seen
think
so
her
far.
change is that. Her
I
change
think
isn't that
Lima-
impactful though.
Wow!
I think-
Did you just say Lima's better than Ragdoll?
Yeah,
Alright,
better than
Lima-
Ragdoll. No, I don't think it's better than Ragdoll. You just asked me what LD is good. Ken asked me what LD is good. I think.
Oh,
is
no,
no.
I'm
I
asking
asked you what's the
which-
best.
I'm asking what's the
Oh,
best
what is the
one
best
right
LD
now.
Nat 5?
Yeah, he has it exactly.
Oh,
you
okay.
said Lima.
I thought he just said what is a good LD. I thought he was trying to
No,
go
we,
to a different
we
topic.
asked you
It's the
which
pod.
one's better than Ragdoll.
Yeah, Ragdoll's still really good.
Yeah, thank you.
But it does tune him down. But just because Ragdoll's the best doesn't mean that you not beat it. Like I just want to be the opposite guy. I'll be honest with you. I'm just trying to spark the arguments here. To be honest, that's what I'm trying to do, which I always do with you, Thompson. So I'll just take the other side of it, just to kind of get conversation going. But
And
is
also,
there no way to deal with it? Like, do you really think there's no way to deal with it? Out of
And also,
everyone in the world, with
depends what
your
the
monster
person-
box,
50% reflect is
Yeah.
better than 15% damage reduction. Like you just reflect it back. Wow,
right?
it's pretty cool.
If you
Right.
hit him, yeah,
Yeah. Well,
right. If you hit him,
Yeah, there's been a few games where they just kill themselves hitting Ragdoll.
huh? I just want, instead of like complaining about how bad it is, I don't know. I just think differently. I want to figure out more ways how we can just beat it, right? Instead
yeah.
of asking to
Now
nerf it, how
you
can we
prove a
beat it,
point.
right?
Now I feel like a dick. I'm not really complaining. It's just a fact that
Oh, no, you're not.
Ragdoll is OP.
Yeah.
You know. I'm not saying. Oh my god, I hate this game because of Ragdoll. It's not complaining. It's just a fact that Ragdoll is overpowered.
Yeah, it's strong. It's
Yeah,
really strong.
The
but
problem
can
is
you-
that if the person that has Ragdoll is drafting well, then they make a comp where there's another force ban, not just him, right? So that's the issue with it.
That's
You
what
can't
I'm
always
telling
just
you guys.
yeah. I know that's why I agree with
That's
you.
what I'm telling you guys.
And
Don't
if they-
fall for Ken Baller's trap. Ken Baller's telling you,
Yeah.
hey, the weakness to Ragdoll is to pick a bunch of really tanky, slow units. Motherfucker, he's gonna pick a bunch of tanky, slow units, and then you're not gonna win the tanky, slow unit game with the
Or-
Ragdoll on Ken Baller's side.
Or he'll just take a bird, you know? Something like that.
True.
I just feel like
Yeah.
you can outdraft the Ragdolls, man. You can just outdraft them somehow. Like,
Nah, man.
they're-
Some of those
can-
Chinese
okay,
accounts
so-
with
They
like
just
the
really
Rag plus other LDs.
Hmm.
So the thing is, you can
Go ahead, Tyler.
outdraft them until they have other LDs, and then it's
Mm.
really hard to outdraft them. Like the second you get like Ragdoll, I don't want to throw you under the bus, but Ragdoll Pater or like Ragdoll Yanhong or Ragdoll Chiana, like everything changes so fast. If it's just a Ragdoll, it's not that hard to draft against it because you can either abuse it to the point where you push everybody's attack bar and then you move, or you just one shot them.
Like there's this one. Okay, there's a couple people out there that have Rag, Jaeger, Gianna. What do you do?
Dude,
That's
it's crazy.
That's like
Hmm. Okay.
And then they pick Antare's Diana because you're like, okay, why not?
So back to the topic then on the Ragdoll then. How much of a nerf do we think it is, or was it more of a change? Do you think it was more of a plateau, or do you think it is more of a slight step down?
slight.
It's a nerf. It was a nerf. I say it as it is. It's a nerf.
Okay.
But then, like, it just demands the Ragdoll owners to have better rune quality. Back then, they could lazily run like a 200 speed Vanessa. Now they need like a 230 speed Vanessa with the same stats, right?
I see.
Although
good
I
to
think
know.
one of the nice things is that like at the really top end, I feel like it complements those players' playstyles better.
Exactly.
Like, it's
When the rune quality is high,
because of the
Ragdoll's
reflect.
good.
Yeah, because of the reflect, like it changes the play style of using Ragdoll a little bit. It actually complements a lot of those players because they just need that extra little bit of damage. They don't necessarily need that extra little bit of attack bar as much.
Right.
But like the lower end players suffer so hard by not having the attack bar because they're all too slow. So like
yeah,
anyone in like my range, like in G1, they're just it's not fast enough.
So let's talk about that for a second then. So this change to Ragdoll then, that was a good point, Tyler. So high end players, Thompson, right? G3, obviously players with like very good monster boxes, very good rune quality. Obviously, we know it wasn't a huge nerf. But what about for the generalized population, right, of players out that are facing against Ragdolls? You know, C3s, C2s, C1s. Does this make it a better environment for them to play against Ragdoll then? Do you feel?
Yes.
Yeah. So if in that case, then that was good, right? It might not be the best for the top end, which is the point something %, but if it's for the population, then that's good, right? That's definitely something of interest and important to point out here with that.
Well, it's
nerf,
good
I
because
should
we
say.
needed to balance that unit. The unit was too strong, and they balanced it in a way that's fair, right? They've basically said, hey, if your rune quality is still good, you can make use of this unit really effectively. If you don't have good rune quality, you're going to get punished, which is exactly how the game should be designed. Does anyone disagree with that?
That was what I was saying from the beginning.
Okay, cool.
Why would you agree?
All right, so
I-
balance
no,
matches.
okay.
Balance
Never
match is
mind.
pretty big, so there's a lot of other units. Let's bring up some other ones here. I talked about Lima. So what are your thoughts on Lima? On paper, when I read her, I immediately thought she was literally really good. Like literally like Gianna, premium Gianna, to be honest, in my opinion. What are your
I would
thoughts?
love Alima right now. I mean, that Oracle first skill, that means she could cleanse a lot, right?
Yeah, because now
And
her
now-
utility is
That's
insane.
slow too.
But the weird part is, even though her strip is 100% now, the continuous damage is better than slow, right?
What?
Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Lima.
Lima.
So the buff.
Wait, she
the-
doesn't give continuous damage anymore?
No, she
No.
doesn't strip for dots. She strips and she puts slows now.
Oh, okay.
You think the dot
Change
is
her
better than slows?
awakening effect.
I'm asking, isn't the dots better? Because sometimes like it's pretty relevant when they have like Fran or whoever, and you actually strip and you get continuous damage out of that.
So I think
Yeah,
the
like those
speed break is
Bastet
better.
Villages.
I think the speed break is better for two reasons. One, it's a 2-turn speed break, and two, most of the strips need to have some sort of utility with it, right? I don't think dots are enough for utility. Like I understand if you hit both strips, like let's say it's 2 buffs, right? You hit 2 dots, so that's 20% over 2 turns. But like speed break is really good. That's 30% speed lost. And,
Yeah,
and as
just-
well, if you're using like Hathor or something, like you just destroy the enemy because you strip, speed break, and then you sleep them, and they just
And
never move.
dots wake them up from sleep, right? So that's,
They do.
that's something
yeah.
you don't want.
Well, they wake them up for the beginning of the next, or at the end of the next turn. So
yeah,
a 2-turn sleep becomes a 1-turn sleep,
Yeah,
basically.
they lose a turn and then it wakes them up, basically.
Trust me,
Mhm.
Brian. Come to us don't care if the monsters get woken up. But yeah, I'll talk about that later.
But yeah, the
let's talk
cool
about that in a
thing,
little bit, sure.
the cool thing with that though is now like the idea of Gani, Hathor, Lima is really strong, right? Because Lima also cleanses and gives 1-turn immunity.
Yeah.
So like she's good, but I don't think she's like the best.
I
If
think
she gave
she's-
2-turn immunity, I think she might be like one of the top 3 in the game. If
I
she gave
think
2-turn
she's
immunity.
really good for the simple fact that, okay, so we know Lima was used before, right? In Molong meta, it was very strong. And now with the meta slowly shifting more and more, I think that her kit becomes more viable in the kind of meta, as well as her kit provides so much, right? AoE cleanse, 1-turn invincibility, continuous healing, and then now her S2 is more consistent. Anything that becomes more consistent in the game becomes good. So it's 100% strip, of course, before resistance check. I'd recommend ruining it on Despair. So it's like a little budget Gianna as well that can stun and attack speed slow and turn it out for turn 1. And I think she could be pretty OP. So that I think her
the
utility
correct
is kind
build
of crazy.
isn't Despair anymore. I think the correct build is Violent or even Swift.
Really?
Yeah,
If you're
I
going
think
for a
Despair
super
is
fast
good,
team,
but it's
Swift
like
is good.
third place for me.
I think
Especially in the comps you guys are talking about, she doesn't need Despair at all. Like, if she's falling after a Ganymede, or they ban a Hathor,
Actually,
or
I
they
take it
ban a
back.
Ganymede.
Yeah, you're right. The setup is more important. So Swift as your first turn stripper might be better, to be honest.
I think
Yeah, when
Despair
the
set
first
is
move
better.
cycles a lot of turns, so
Right.
yeah. Swift is good. Violent is pretty good too. Like, imagine
Yeah,
you're
I think
running
your
a team
Gianna
with
set.
Bulwark or like Odin all get so much buffs and
Yeah.
they get the stack right away.
True, I think might be Swift maybe better. What were you saying, Ken?
I was gonna say you could just put your Gianna runes on there, but I actually haven't seen a lot of people use her at all.
Interesting. So maybe she's not OP. She sounds so OP on paper, man, to me. Like I just feel like she's gonna be used more. I don't know.
It's
Same.
really early into it. I think if you give it a couple weeks. I mean, it's literally been less than a week. It's been 5 days. So we give it a little bit of time. I do think that Despair is really good if you have the set for it. Like if you have like the plus 170 sets, you can probably do Despair really well. Otherwise, I think Despair is always going to be too slow, right? It's the same thing with like Swift Gemini. It's like how fast you need your Gemini to be.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Despair.
Because like I think it was it Topa playing on Barion's account or was it you playing on Barion's account, Ken? But somebody was playing on Barion's account and they had like a 280 Lima or something on Despair and it was crazy.
Oh, actually, I just lost to Barian yesterday. I think Topo was playing with the Lima.
Yeah,
So
that thing is
maybe she is OP. I don't
how
know.
fast it is.
Right. So it depends on your rune quality then, on what you're gonna be running and pegging then, right? Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you think about it, if you have the Despair set, then why not slap it on there? Because you're effectively not gonna be able to outspeed people anyways, even if you have Swift on it, assuming that they're using higher base speed units, right? Or you're drafting speed leads. It's 100 base speed, so technically on paper you're still not setting up turn 1 when you're drafting, are you? Right, compared to other units, right? They're bringing in whatever it is, and then you guys have the same rune quality. You're not gonna be faster, so why not get the chance to stun? I don't know. But you gotta have the set for it though.
But I still feel like Violent would be better because not only Violent's the best set still, but also it amplifies her skill 3, right? The skill 3 doesn't do anything with the Despair. Only skill 2, and I've seen skill 2 miss a lot actually. Like it doesn't
matter if it misses, right? It's what's on
right?
the paper, right? So you're saying that if she misses, then it's just like any other skill that is 100%.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but we want to take advantage of her skill 1 and her skill 3,
right.
And they both are better with Violent.
I agree with Thompson there.
Also, Violent's going to be way better if you're not running crit rate, I think. I think if you're running crit rate, you can probably get away with the other sets more because you're still winning in between turns. But
Or
like,
you could say Violent's better with crit rate.
Yeah, sure. He's greeting for the additional turn and
I mean, you could rune her like a Gianna, right? On a Swift crit rate rune.
Yeah, it's a Gianna with no attack is basically it. So your rune quality just has to shift to more tankiness, more defense probably, since you're not. You don't use any of that attack.
All sets are good. We all know that like it's
that's interesting. I mean, we've come to a conclusion that there's a lot of different routes you can go with there, but is the unit itself going to be strong though, paired up with other units, right? In the current meta.
I want to know what you guys
Depends
think.
if you're running like a Molong team with the invincibility usage. That's like one way people could make use of it. Like that's old school, but there's other one-shot units now.
Right?
Yeah, but there's other one-shot units now that it might come back. So
you could combo it with the Bulwarks and the Lightning Emperors, right?
yeah.
It gives like 4 buffs or something. How many buffs does it give?
2.
You combo with Katarina.
Oh, 3. It gives 3 now, right?
like
3,
that, like
at least
the
3. That's
Japan
all.
guy.
It gives invincibility,
immunity,
and
yeah,
right? Yeah.
I forgot the buff was immunity.
So you could like
every
put
time
it
you use
on
a Bulwark,
Odin
it's 5
or
stacks.
Bulwark. Yeah, it's crazy. Like Odin,
like
Bulwark,
it's like
and
Ileana.
Molong. Whoa,
Oh, dude, imagine that with a Hertiet. Holy.
cool.
I actually forgot about that. The immunity is
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you could combo it with Bulwark. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so I'm excited to see her then, man. I'm actually excited to see her, for sure.
What about Laika?
Oh, let's talk about Laika.
Laika is so. I'm telling you, don't put it on Despair. Don't put it on Vampire. Slap Violent on it. It's so good.
Yeah, I agree. Violent. It's a better
Laika's
better
pretty good.
Inferna, basically.
Because the thing is, you don't
So-
you don't need to justice people and like 1v4 them. What you need to do is you need to just murder people as fast as you can. And like every turn you're not using justice, you get stolen anyways. So like, sweet, I get a little bit of health back. It's just a bonus.
So
or the
we just made a video this weekend on Laika actually, and we did it.
You said
with,
vampire, didn't you?
We did it with Fate Mem's account, and his is not on any of those sets. His is on a rage set, smashing people up there.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Because like you said, right? What is the goal of the Laika? It's to
That's the Rocky set.
it's to
murder
nuke.
people.
It's to nuke, and effectively that might be the strongest way to nuke, especially through all the different units that are out there with defense buff and whatnot. It goes right through that, and it hits like a freaking truck, dude. S1 heals for more as
I
well.
mean,
So
that
it's interesting that I saw him build it on that. I don't know if that's the best build though, but if you guys are interested in that video will probably be going live probably tomorrow. So
No, that's cool.
Go down, yeah.
I just think there's merits. There's probably merits to both. The violent is just because it's a 2-turn cooldown, right? So it's like every turn there's a possibility of being able to use Justice.
Right.
He really punishes like some of those Hathor Gemini comps. That's what I've seen a lot of Laikas drafted into. And a lot of those comps, if you ban like one of the threats, there's only like one threat left. So every turn he has the possibility of murdering the only threat left.
Because right now it's still in the testing season. Well, it's really good against Staffness, we all know that. But right now it's in the testing season. A lot of people bring in Water Monkey King against it. But it kills Water Monkey King like it's cool.
Yeah, dude, if ruined with correct amount of defense though, right? Doesn't need a lot of health, but needs to have enough defense to handle that for sure.
Correct.
Right.
But then like the Water Monkey King skill 3, and man, you just slice through the skill 3 like it's cool. And then second turn you start whacking it with the skill 1. Oh my god. No, and every time the Water Monkey hits it, it revenges back. Oh.
That's where the rage comes in, dude. Imagine if you have one with attack buff rage, doesn't need defense break. That Water Monkey King is literally
I still like Vio more, only because I'm like a Artemil user as well. So I like that long game. I heal up my Laika. The Laika gains more life from skill 1 if it violent procs, stuff like that, If you're going for that like more robust, like 1 turn kill, 1 pop kill, yeah, rage is great. But if you're going for that like longer, I'm bringing it against like maybe Daphnis, maybe the Light Dragon Knights too, and just monsters like that are taking like the slower game. I like the violent more because it gives you more life as well.
Bring it into that Ragdoll too, man. Kill Ragdoll.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest unit lately is Taranis, right? You see a lot of Taranis, and I think it does get decent against Taranis, is it not? Elemental advantage, and plus the going through the defense buff is kind of nice. It hurts. So
it's good with Taranis as well.
So do you think
it
it's
also
a merit?
It doesn't die, which is what makes it really strong. I think a lot of units that like you can use to fight Taranis is like they just die to him because he crits, and you're like, well, there goes my 50% glance chance. He crits you, like deletes half your HP. Laika's got that 30% barrier with his like HP passive, so like he does really well against Taranis.
He's definitely one of the winners of the patch.
Which one, Laika?
Laika, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for him, man. It's
we named out the 2 winners. It's like Lima and Laika. Those 2 are like, whoa, winning.
There are some other ones we'll get to in a little bit that are 4-star, but
no. Oh yeah, yes.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I thought you were gonna get to the other. I thought you were talking about Thanos right there. No. Yeah. Don't get me started with Thanos.
Yeah, but very solid change to the Laika. I really like it. I think people are gonna be drafting and bringing it as a damage dealer. And something that's really simple that people always forget is that Justice does more damage the more of your allies that are dead. So people kind of have to think about like, hey, I want to kind of kill your control units, but hey, you kill the control units, man. That Laika is gonna start slapping even harder, man. Like even harder. That thing hurts, man. Definitely hurts.
And he made other units more viable too. Like a lot of people using Abellio with him.
Oh. Interesting. The sustain on that could be really, really nice. True.
30% HP drop. That's why once he crosses that threshold and then he life steals back above it and just repeat.
Only Ken will talk about Abellio.
There was actually someone who
Druid King, man.
Yeah, you guys know Ken Baller is literally the Druid King. Anything to do with Druids is Ken Baller. Any opinion you need on Druids, he probably uses it the most out of anybody out there, to be honest. All of them.
So somebody yesterday, Ken fought me with Huadam, Abellio, and Ragdoll, I think.
Gross.
In G2, and I was like, wow, this is kind of a cool combo. So the Huadam lowers everyone's HP to proc into the Abellio. So the Abellio literally moved every single turn. But Bastet's OP, so it doesn't matter.
That's gross. Mm-hmm.
But like I thought it was kind of cool. Like he was doing something that was like super unique, and it was fun to watch. Like just watching Abellio turn cycle every single turn. Yeah, no, exactly. It was just like I gave him a free turn every single time because I wanted to see if the Abellio could like solo beat me. It can't. It's not Taranis. It can't.
Interesting. All right, let's get into some of the 4-stars here. The big hot topic of succubuses.
Okay, wait. Before that, does anyone else like Rakan? Like, I think the new Rakan is awesome.
He's better,
and he's super fun.
Yeah, that strip provokes.
He strips and then provokes afterwards. So he strips one buff and then it goes into provoke.
Not RTA Thompson. Not
RTA. You can more defense, right?
No, you can actually use it for counter cleave against some people too. If they're like hard cleaving, you just throw Rakan in there, and Rakan like strips and provokes him now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, tell me more about your opinion about Rakan.
I was gonna say that possibly like what Tyler was saying. You pair him with like Taranis, Vanessa maybe as a counter cleave option. But
He's also one of those options for the Molong teams that people pick. People pick Rakan in that too.
How does he
I
counter?
not
How does he
think
counter
that he-
cleave?
Molong.
Can you explain how he counters the cleave? Because if he doesn't S3, then how does he have the revenges to counter? Can you explain?
I mean, only for the people that are doing like the Bastet, the squishy cleaves, not like the ignore defense cleaves, in my opinion.
Okay.
The Lucian cleaves.
Gotcha.
But I think it's not changed too much for RTA, more so for siege possible or Guild War defense.
I was disappointed that they didn't take my suggestion. My suggestion of making it so when you actually use collapse, not the revenge, when you use it, it would provoke the target and then AoE provoke. I thought that would be pretty cool, right? You counter with immunity or you let it go through. And it kind of follows the trend of, fire units having that kind of CC power, right? We have Belinus and all that other stuff. So it would have been kind of cool to see something like
Or
that.
AoE strip.
Okay.
That's kind of scary.
Thompson.
Everyone's nodding their head. Yeah.
The animation doesn't even do AoE. So how would it AoE strip?
They could
Explain to
easily
me.
change that.
Well, how would it AoE provoke? Like I'm just backing you up, brother.
Because provoke can be without damage, right? Like Jean, like they have skills that can.
But you're
can do
arguing
those
with me
inabilities.
about the animation.
No, not animation,
Okay,
but
But
the
what
actual
if his
skill. Sorry,
second?
the skill
What
is,
if his second skill provokes?
Brian, Tiana strips.
Oh, wait, what'd you say? Tyler?
Tiana strips without attacking though, so like that logic is gone.
No, but the
You get strip
animation
with-
is. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh,
You
that's true.
strip and then
You-
attack.
You know who should have AoE provoke on second skill
That's true.
to
On
come
skill
back to meta?
two? Wait, on skill
Huh?
2?
On skill 2.
Did you just
Who?
I feel like Feng Yan could use a AoE provoke. Kind of like 50% on skill 2.
That'd be fun.
I would just auto
Like
my
revenge
guild wars even
provoke?
harder now, dude.
No? All right, never mind. I was
It's
just
good,
thinking about
it's
that.
good.
Well, Feng Yan's really bad right now, but all right, whatever.
No,
Bad-
I
bad
get
in
that's
one
cool.
aspect.
Trying to bring back Feng Yan meta again.
Yeah.
Hey, he's still pretty annoying to fight though. No, I'm
Yeah.
saying.
If you go like too much healer or too bruisery, Feng Yan is
Mhm.
awesome.
Slow.
Like does
We
he
just
does
can't
he
kill
fall
him.
into the bruiser meta a little bit now? Like as a last unit draft sometimes? Like you feel like,
Mhm.
oh, I can bring in some damage and stuff. Like you can draft him in and he'll be a little bit more effective now.
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
only
especially
people-
with
the
Tyrannus
only
and
person I've-
Arnold.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead,
the only person that. No, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. I said, go ahead.
The only person I've seen use it is I think Zerpolita with Arda Taranis. Yeah, what Ken was saying, and he takes like a Leo as well, and basically Arda Rag, Leo, Fang, Taranis, and it's the defense breaker. So you either let through Arda Rag or you let through all those like heavy hitting
Rag and
defense based units with a defense break. So that situation it's not bad, but
Easy
yeah, not
choice.
for-
Ban the rag.
But then you have the potential for him to defense break you at some point. and
Okay,
defense
Mr.
break
First
plus-
Pick Sierra. You really scared of Feng Yan?
just pick
don't
Rika
know, I'm
Belinus and you're good. Then you can only
Huh?
pick
First
one.
pick's hot there.
I don't have a Rika,
Just pick
but
Rika
that
Belinus.
wouldn't be bad. Yeah.
What were you gonna say though, Ken? Did you have something to say earlier?
No, I was gonna say Andrew first picks Hawthorne now.
Oh, not Sierra?
Sometimes.
Okay, my bad.
Sometimes.
What?
Depends.
Andrew.
Dude,
You've changed,
still trying to
dude.
figure
You're
it
a
out.
meta. You're a meta
Who are
slave
you,
now.
Andrew?
Oh my god, he's a
Whoa.
meta slave. Oh
Man.
no, dude.
Oh, what
dude,
a...
come on, dude. I thought it used to be. Listen,
I haven't picked Hathor for like 50 games, Andrew.
Look at this. Dude. He used to be Ophelia first pick, dude. And look at it. Doesn't even use
Oh,
Ophelia
you're not
anymore, dude. This guy's
anymore.
changed,
Oh,
dude.
Look,
What's
he's getting
going on
red.
with
He's
this
getting
guy?
embarrassed. No big deal.
I'm just messing.
Talk about meta slave. I pulled a Savannah.
Oh, grass.
The timing on that.
That was so good.
Wait, the timing on that.
I pulled a Savannah. Ding.
Ding.
I still have to figure out how to use her though. So I think it sucks that I don't have a Chiwu because I think Swift is probably what I would want to do.
Is it clear
But,
that Barbara is the best one out of all of them?
I've been
I
hearing
think
it.
so.
Yeah,
I've been
Yeah,
hearing
she
it.
has two
Yes.
defense. She has strip defense break and then
I-
another defense break, right?
and
I'm
ignore
putting
defense.
Barbara in slot 2 and winning all my matches.
Dude,
Yeah.
Wow.
it's
Have you
just
tried
because she's
first
so hard to
picking her
kill
yet?
too.
Have you tried the first pick
And-
Barb?
What?
He
Have
asked
you
if you
tried
first
first
pick
picking
Barb.
her?
No, I haven't put her slot 1 yet. I put her slot 2 and I'm winning. It's crazy.
She
Maybe
provides
she's
a
a
lot,
slot
doesn't she?
one.
She provides everything you want. It just took us this long to kind of realize it, but
Well, there's a
Like,
lot of like scary fire units like Vertihill and Daphnis, and it takes care of a lot of the fire threats. You know, even Vanessa is kind of scary and takes care of that as well.
That's pretty good versus.
Yeah,
Daphnis.
she basically one shots Daphnis. She does a better.
Even the
Shiho.
Belladors too.
She kills all the water units too. She kills Shiho. She kills Aegir.
Man,
She
let's
kills
just be
everything.
real. Her damage
sec.
just kills everything. Everything that's just not like what, not
You
wind.
coming?
Everything that's not
Enough.
Sierra and Taranis.
And Hathor, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Triana,
Yeah,
those
like
units, she
Hathor.
just doesn't have. She has issues, but other
You
than
wanna-
that, right. So
Just need to
what
figure
are
out how to
the
use my
units,
Savannah into her.
I'm turning the camera on. Okay.
So somebody said about Ethna. What do you think about the Ethna buff? I was very surprised. Okay, first
Not
off,
that
I was
relevant.
very surprised about the buff balance patch note in general. Like, I can't believe it came out of the blue last week, like out of nowhere, mid-season, right?
We
which I'm
we
happy
have to
about.
thank Calibria for that. Thank you, Calibria. We love you. Great game.
And did you see the recent video? That could be another topic in and of itself. But
Sure.
apparently, like they're opening new servers, and yeah,
I told
People are
people,
upset.
dude. I told people day one, dude. Play the game, enjoy the game for what it is. Don't put a lot of money in, man. It's 100% a cash grab
Yeah,
game. I did the research.
yeah.
The company is a small company. I saw them do the marketing, dude. Trust me, man. This is stuff I look at, bro, on my free time. I'm a freak. That's what I look
think
up,
the-
dude. Like, so
the
I
first
knew
warning sign
already,
should have
dude.
been it's ugly. Yeah,
Right.
the first warning sign should have been its ugly design.
Okay, all right, relax. Come on, people have certain opinions, right? I also think it's ugly though, but
Didn't we all
some people probably think it's
unanimously-
nice.
We all unanimously agreed it was ugly, didn't we?
We
Like,
can't say that though,
2
because
weeks
then
ago?
people will flame us in the
We're biased
podcast
though. We're
comments.
Okay.
biased. All right, it's fair to say some
My-
people would view it a certain way, but I did the research and you could tell that it was like a cash grab game. Now, to a certain extent, people define every mobile game as a cash grab game, but a cash grab game is they only care about how much money they're making. They'll do whatever means it takes to get the cash, and they're actually looking to build capital to improve and build their company and build a better game in the future that can be maybe like Summon Azor. But they're building capital for their company right now is what they're doing. But that's a totally another topic, anyways. But can we really attribute it to Calibria? I don't think so. I think it's a coincidence, but let's blame it. And you know what? In that sense, thank you to everybody who played Calibria. And I need you guys to go out and find another mobile game right now that's good and hype it up so we can get another bounce match in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. I'd like to see
What
that.
do you think about more LD nerfs though? Because we only got one LD nerf, and it was already one that was kind of touched upon before. Do you think that they'll ever touch another LD?
Which one do
Yeah.
you want? Which one do
Which
you have in
LD
mind?
do you want to
Because
nerf?
there's one.
Yes.
Okay, there's one. I'm sorry.
Well,
Ben.
let's not talk
There's
about
one-
LD nerf yet until
There's
the
one
end of
particular
podcast.
that has a
Let's talk
higher
about-
win rate than
let's talk
Ragdoll.
about
The only
Ethna,
unit
right?
in the game that has a
Nephews?
Okay,
60
wait, hold this. We'll talk about the end when I talk about Buster Nerfs. We'll talk about the
Thank
balance
you.
match for now. We'll bring that back though. I'm
Okay,
gonna bring
okay.
you back in for that, Victus. Hold that thought for sure.
Hope you forget.
I'm curious.
Yeah. But let's talk a little bit more of the buffs and nerfs that we did get for the balance patch. What's your thoughts on Ethna then? I thought she was already a good unit, but now with that change, it's just like
She didn't need it.
better. I mean,
She's so good on Violent right now. I'm telling you, Violent. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
okay. Yeah.
She's always been good on Violent.
She's always been pretty solid on Violent. I mean, Shatter every other turn. I mean, shoot, that's
Even
like
better.
a different kind of scary than Justice, right? Like,
Yeah,
do
as
we
soon as
agree?
Justin became meta, I think Violent became much.
Yeah.
Basically a must.
That was my problem. I couldn't fight Josephine, so I built my Ethna on Swift or on Violence. So I'd skill 2, and then I'd try to one-shot her if I could. Just-
Oh,
the despair
also,
would just bring
if you
up.
have the rune quality for it, 85% crit rate, crit damage Ethna is really good too. If you have the rune quality for it.
So you're
But
saying
it
that
has
you
to be
can get
higher
that
than
50.
80. It has to be higher than 85, and the speed has to be like at least higher than like 268 or something like that. Yeah.
Perspective to your rank, guys, in chat. And
The nice
videos.
thing is she has the high base speed of 119. And
Yeah.
then you don't really need that much accuracy either. Like 20, 30 is usually okay.
Nope.
But do you
But
think
you're using it more just for like. No, go
sorry,
ahead.
Matt.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of fire units are coming back in the meta. So,
It's due to
Like-
Taranis being so strong.
mhm.
But the best units are still wind units.
True.
Well, it's because Hathor
So you
will
could
never
bring
get
Ethna
knocked
to
down,
counter
and then
wind
they
units. That's what I'm
built
saying.
Taranis to be that level.
All right.
But I was gonna say, what was your Thompson? What would your like purpose for Ethna be? Because she doesn't synergize with Hathor really, right? So you're not gonna build her as a Hathor combo. It's more as a counter pick.
It's hard to answer that question, Andrew, because I don't first pick Hathor. Whoa!
Nah, I'm sorry. I just needed
Just
Gianna.
kidding. Yeah, no, yeah, you bring her as an armor breaker and damage healer. Yeah, she's still pretty good. Stripper, who doesn't need a single target stripper. The meta is really one shot focused right now, like with Lauren, with like Young Hong Sierra and stuff like that. The meta is just shifted instead of CC because people know how to deal with CC. Like they bring triple immunity, double immunity, cleansers, blah blah blah. So right now, like just single target snipe is very trendy, very popular. And sometimes they might overstep and bring like too much healers against single target snipe. That's when you go CC,
Yeah, I just feel like playing like just totaling up and playing bruiser comp, but do I feel like playing 30 wings of that? Like play like a Vanessa, Triana, Taranis, like no immunity is some crap. You have enough damage in there, but it's just so
hit auto.
toxic because it's
that comp gets CC'd really bad. Like
when you bring double immunity, though.
That last pick you need.
If you bring double immunity, then you get one shot. That's why I say the one shot comp is really trendy.
With Vanessa, Taranis, what's gonna one shot? And the last one could even.
Then
be Triana
you're gonna get controlled.
How? You have double
you
immunity.
need control with that.
No,
you just
you think double immunity is gonna stop?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So the thing that people will pick against you a lot in that case is they'll pick bird,
You get
or
the
they'll
meta
pick
right now?
Antares.
Yeah.
They'll just turn rotate you instead. And you can bulwark bird that.
Yeah, I've only done 20 wings. I did 10 wings with five second awakened martial cats, and I went to the gym last week or this weekend. I did 10 wings. That's the best time I had at the gym, dude. That's the fastest hour at the gym I've ever had. I am legit going to the gym more often. Just gonna do 10 wings, dude. It's actually so good.
Close here. Speaking of that, Thompson, did the gym close for you?
Public gyms, yes. My gym is still open.
See, look at that. It's just like the world doesn't want me to go to the gym. The moment I finally get the motivation to start,
I'm glad that your work is secure, sir.
Just get a like a bike, just like a stationary bike. Just sit on that and do RTA, Brian.
So just buy a stationary bike and put it into my house. Where?
Yeah. I don't know. Replace your chair.
Replace my chair with a stationary
bike.
Have
a stationary bike. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll ask the wife. Probably a no, but okay. Anyways, moving on to a couple more busted nerfs. I know this is a big topic, so there's a lot of units we can hit. Let's get into the Succubus a little bit. What's your thoughts? Fire one is the hot one. No pun intended.
Me and Ken tested Fire one yesterday.
Yeah, nuts, right?
Yeah, I think she's pretty good on paper.
Well, she's really random. Like, I'll tell you this: when I scrim with Ken don't give a fuck. He wins or lose, or he never complains. But Fire Succubus, all her moves are so random. This is the first time I play against Ken. He's like, "Wow, this is bullshit." Like, cause like I'd be landing sleep on water, and it's like 100 resist water, kind of like 99. I don't know, but it's crazy, like she's so random. Her second skill is really good, but you don't get the 2-turn sleep much. Sometimes you get 2-turn glance, sometimes you get 2-turn something else, sometimes it doesn't even land at all. Everything she does is really random.
All the ones I see always strip consistently and put defense break. That's what I've seen so far. That's what
I used her once and she didn't strip. I'm like, fuck.
Doesn't it go in order?
She just sits there.
No, it's random.
Is it
truly the debuff is random? Yeah, because it's the same skill as the dark suck. So I've tried that one before, and I stopped using it just because I didn't like the randomness of the effect that it would give after the strip.
I thought it went left to right, to be honest. So I didn't know that.
Oh, trust me, I already know that. Me and Ken Baller, we tested it out. We tried it out.
Like her skill 3 though.
It's good with those comps with like Vanessa, Gianna, or like Taranis, but there might be better options. I still feel like Okeanos might be better because he gives himself full attack bar. Or Sekhmet, yeah.
I like Sekhmet. I've been seeing a lot more Sekhmets lately. People are finding more value in it for sure.
Well, that's because the one-shot comps have been really good, and the meta has shifted towards one-shot comps. Then people start using Taranis. Then people start bringing Sekhmet to counter Taranis. So it's just like how it goes.
I know this sounds crazy, but I'm thinking about building because I haven't pulled a new F5 in a while, so I'm thinking about building a 0 accuracy crit damage Sekhmet on Violent and just having her skill 3 over and over and over. What do you think about that?
I actually have her on crit damage on Violent.
She hurts, right?
I'm thinking very low accuracy.
I have 50 accuracy, but those times when you need that accuracy to reset and you miss, then you're just like.
Do you think I should just put it on like an accuracy slot? And then
no, I think 50, 60 is good, but not to land the third move, to land the second
move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because it goes through so many checks, you need a little bit.
And she's just garbage.
Or at least to take the buffs, but not reset. At least you want to take the buffs.
You want to talk about the one we all want to talk about?
Go ahead.
The Thanos.
Go ahead. Bring it up.
Banana.
Have you used them yet?
Yo, man, they played it way too safe with Banana Land. The clauses to make Banana Land good. Oh my god! First clause. It doesn't proc despair. Okay, that's fine. I know it's intended. It's like a Bulwark, skill 3, right? So, the 30% doesn't proc despair. Okay, all right, fine. I'll take it. Then it's 30%. They played that really safe. Oh my god! Like it's not 40%. It's not 50%. It's not. It's 30%. All right, that's fine. The last clause, it doesn't kill the monster. Because right when you think you could use Banana Nan for PvE, nope, you cannot use Banana Nan for PvE because it doesn't kill the monster.
It doesn't kill the monster.
I didn't know that.
Oh wait, what?
So the
Is it just
damage-
like Bulwark where it takes it to 1 HP?
It takes it to 1 HP. The good news about that is it doesn't revenge. So like you bring in a Feng Yan with revenge buff, the skill 3 doesn't revenge you back. Or Vertihill,
Bird.
right? It doesn't revenge you.
Oh, that's news.
But it doesn't proc despair as well.
Okay, can I ask you this? Is
I learned a lot right there.
is the splash damage?
They played it way too safe with Banana Nan. It's still really no good. Like
Is
I've
the
seen all the
splash damage
Banana
like
Nan
comeback
comps.
though,
Trust
or
me.
not?
It's like okay, Daphnis Banana Nan, Bastet Lauren Banana Nan. Okay, you get that combo off, great. But then that's it. Like what are you gonna do?
Is the splash damage like fixed like Pungbeck's damage? Or
30%.
Yeah,
It's
they're
fixed.
exactly
No,
30%.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
what
What I'm-
It's like pure
Pure
damage.
damage.
I guess what I'm asking is if you use the skill, does it trigger AoE for Ragdoll?
It's not crit. It's not a crit. I don't think it's a crit.
It's not a crit, right? So it doesn't
it's,
trigger that.
but-
It's
AoE.
like it's a
Does
weird
it
combo.
trigger for
unit, it
Diana?
crits. But when
Does
you
it
hit the
trigger
unit,
for
it
Diana?
crits.
Yeah, it does because
Okay.
anything that
So it
touches,
does- it
right?
does trigger
Diana's passive
Diana's.
thing. That's interesting. So I learned a lot right there. It doesn't despair. It despairs on the hit that you touch the target, though, right? The first one that could despair.
Yes.
Cannot despair on the AOE. Cannot
Nope.
kill like Bulwark. Leaves him at 1 HP. And then what was the last part? You said one more thing.
And 30%. It's too safe. They played it way too safe.
Because
They're
maybe
like, we're
maybe if
scared.
it could kill like Mihos. It kind of help out with some of those wacko units, right? But it can't do that. Interesting.
It can't kill. No, yeah.
I think their fear with having it like be able to kill is just that if you hit all the clauses, like I know there's a million clauses for his damage, but like, if you hit all of them, you're gonna one shot everything. If you
Like,
hit every
when
single
I saw
one
that
of these
buff-
requirements,
When I saw that
everything
buff
dies.
in my head, I was like, all right, I won't use it for RTA, but I'll use it for I won't use it for RTA, but I will use it for like dungeon farming or arena farming. Nope, can't do that. Because they all survive with 1 HP.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Wonder why that is the mechanic though. The mechanic is to not let them die. When Pungbex
I'm
lets them
so
die.
confused.
Why? Yeah, why? They set. Oh my god.
Whoa,
Discord just
what was
crashed.
that?
Are we good? Whoa.
Nope, Invictus died.
We lost Andrew.
Yeah, we lost Andrew. Andrew! Actually, but everything got clearer. No? I don't know. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Discord yesterday had some issues. Like it totally crashed. So I don't know what's going
Are
on.
you back,
Discord's.
Andrew? Hello? Testing.
Am I
Yeah.
back?
Yeah,
You're back.
let me change it real quick. I'm gonna change it to US West real quick. It's gonna do it one more time. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I did it one more time.
Testing.
Yeah,
Testing.
I didn't do it
was
the
like-
first time. I don't know what happened, but I just changed to a different
It was-
region, just to
Yeah,
make
it was
sure.
lagging really bad. Sorry.
No, we're good.
Thompson, what if they made it 15%, but it could kill?
Yo, 15% is way too safe, man. You kidding me?
What about 20% and it can kill?
Oh, by the way, I didn't test this out with Ken Baller, but I did test this out with Michael Yen. Oh my god, Fire Demon is so garbage. Oh my
Oh,
god.
we were wondering about that.
Holy
Dude, I saw the shot.
God, he's like the worst. Like
He's
before,
so
I would get W's with him, like just cleaving and stuff, right? Now I can't even get a win. He literally is so bad, like worst unit in the game. Fire Demon.
Like, what did they make that's worse on him? The damage is just less,
Dude,
or what is it?
Dude, it doesn't even give dots like at like 20%
Okay,
damage.
so it gives a lot of dots when the units are about to die, but it doesn't give any dots when the unit's not about to die. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it
I
does.
think they like. Okay, so like from the wording on the balance patch, there's nothing that should make him worse, right? Which is what doesn't make sense.
bad.
No, they messed up.
But
They
you're telling
definitely
me that
messed
it
up.
is worse.
When I used Fire Demon against Michael Yen, he's joking around with me, and he's like, LOL, don't use Fire Demon anymore. But that game I beat him, but he was fucking around like really hardcore. And the second game, he brought even worse units into the scrim, and I lost. That unit is so bad.
So the thing is, it says it eased the condition of granting continuous damage that's proportional to the damage dealt. So like theoretically, That
Ease.
means it's easier, right? Well, easing the condition
I
means
thought
it's
it's gonna be like
easier
a
to rate
Rika.
the. Yeah, but ease the condition means that it's easier to hit that condition. Right?
Yeah,
So like
I thought it's gonna be like
think,
a Rika.
I think they did it wrong and it's a bug. That's my hope, because there's no possible way you can make Fire Demon
No,
worse because he's
worse.
already
If
garbage.
the monster, when you hit the monster with skill 3, right? If it has a lot of life, you don't get any dots.
And how was
If
it
it's
before?
about to
How was
die,
it before?
you get
How
a few
was it
dots,
before
like
though?
1.
How was it before though, Thompson?
Before you get consistently like 1 or 2 dots, no matter what the HP is at. Now it's kind of predicated on how
so
much
the
HP
issue was
the opponent has.
Yeah, they messed something up on the
So,
equation.
so the issue was
Oh, so bad.
I'm pretty sure that it's a bug. There's no way it's not a bug. The wording literally says they made him better.
so the
And-
issue was
and-
You can
But-
you can
but why
deal,
would they
now you can
nerf
deal
a
like 30k damage, you can deal 50k damage, but if the life is a lot, you still don't get any dots. It's crazy.
What were
But
you gonna say?
the thing is,
Tyler?
okay, there's 2 things. One, it says they increase the damage by 8%, and 2, the wording is always said proportional to the damage dealt, not proportional to how much life is left. So like, I'm 1000% sure it's just a bug. Because like what you're telling me, I believe you. I 100% believe that what you're saying, like you tested it, this is what it is. I'm saying there's no way it's supposed to be that. It has to be a bug.
Yeah, because they didn't
because the
change
wording of
anything
the
else in the
skill
wording. They didn't
doesn't
change
make
anything
sense.
else. Yeah.
And if it's doing worse than before, why would they logically nerf a unit that already sucks shit? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Either
right?
A,
So
it's
I'm
bugged, or B,
1000%
they
sure it's a
changed
bug.
it. It's either A, bugged, or B, they changed it in a way that they thought was better, but it didn't actually. They didn't test it, so they didn't get the real implications of it.
because no one uses them.
That's why we have to blame Calibria on this one. Calibria rushed the patch out. The patch was rushed. That's why Manananan was messed up and Fire Demon is messed up. God damn, all Calibria's fault.
Never heard more bro science in my life, to be honest. But
I
I love it.
I don't
love
know
it.
what's I don't know
I
what's
love it.
better than
I love
over
it.
here dying laughing. Brian's got his hand buried in his face. The 2 opposite reactions.
It's just sometimes when I hear things like I don't know what to take him seriously or not. I know he's joking at this, but sometimes he's like serious. Like he always makes these statements like, oh, this unit is trash because it doesn't strip. It's like, bro, it's 100 strip. It's the same as everything else. It's 100 strip. I go by the probability on it, not by how I feel about the unit, right? But he says it,
Yeah.
but but to a certain extent, it's true though, right? It's just like Okienos never lands S2. You know what I'm saying? Like there is
It's
certain
just, yeah, it's
truths
that
to it.
immediate feeling.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
all-
I love it though. What were you gonna say though, Victus? You were gonna say something about that for a second.
that's basically covered. I was just clarifying was all.
Okay. Any other units now besides Thanos here? Any other ones that we have?
Water Demon still sucks.
Yeah, I think that thing still sucks.
Water Demon gets a
trying to
3.5k
think.
shield. How useless.
Oh, you tested the damage? How did you know it's 3.5k? You had to have somebody that moves
It's
after it
based on your
revives.
level. It's based on your level.
Oh, so you just know it's 3.5k then because it's based on the
I'm
level.
pretty sure it's 3.5k or it's like less than 4k. Let me check. You can test
Oh,
with ignore
I still
defense
think they
damage,
should
by
have
the way.
given the instant turn
Crazy,
though.
dude.
I think they should give him the instant turn too. Like, why not? Like, that's the powerhouse, right? But the reason why they
you
don't do
think
that?
It'll be too OP with
No,
the instant turn.
No,
I
it
think
will
it'd
not.
be OP.
It
with
would
the
not.
instant turn.
It would not be too OP. But the reason why it's OP is because the dark one will be too OP. That's the reason why they didn't.
I
do
think
that.
so. Yes, I
Maybe.
agree with that
If,
as well.
if it's equivalent to Bastet Shield, like Ace is saying, then it's 5960, I think.
It's
But
supposed to
I'm
just
pretty sure
prevent
most
the
people are saying
violence.
it's 4K. I think most people are saying it's 4K. But you
Do
can
you think
test
they
it in
tested
arena with
it
wishes.
out?
That's the easiest way to do it.
I don't know if they tested all these.
Absolutely
out.
Do you think they,
not.
we blame
Absolutely.
Calibria on this? Do you think they tested it out and the extra turn is just too OP, so they just did shield?
You know what it is, Thompson? They
I
probably
think it'd be
tested it
pretty
out in like arena, and they were like, "This is fine." But the thing is, like in RTA, you can't put a 4K shield up there and expect it to like actually do anything past like 20% HP attack, because like that's an easy one shot with a support unit,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Or like if you
still
have multi
better
hits,
than
like you're
Fire
just
Demon.
deleting that unit.
What
It-
about
Yes, that's true. Okay, it's still better than Fire Demon, but not by a lot.
Fire Demon is false
no,
advertising.
no, the
They
only
did false advertising
It's-
Fire Demon for the day one.
It's far
I
better
read
than
all
Fire-
the demon skills. I'm like, yo, Fire Demon's OP, man.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Like
I mean, the reason the Water Demon's better is because you can use him in World Boss. Like
No,
that's the only reason.
the
he's
reason
better.
why the Water Demon is better is because the S2. Honestly, the biggest issue is what we're talking about, to get the turn. If he can get the turn consistently from reviving any S2s, the S2 kills anything. It doesn't even matter. He doesn't
would
even
you say
need any
that
setup.
the water demon purpose is possible? Like
What do you say? You cut off.
water demon, if he worked well, would be really nice into Arda. Like
It
those
will nuke
Arda
anything.
rag comps.
It will nuke
like
anything.
another
That thing
counter.
hits like a truck. That S2 kills anything in one shot. That's the powerhouse. But it needs to be able to get that turn instantly. Because even getting that turn instantly, who knows? You might not even have S2 up, right? So if they don't want to give the instant turn, then they have to do something to give the shield a little bit more value, or they have to make the shield at least 2 turns. Because you take your turn, you revive, you move, your shield's gone. It's a 1-turn shield. So it's effectively almost useless, right? So if you have a 2-turn shield, even if let's say you're on vampire, at least you can hit when you revive, you healed, and now you have a shield to protect you a little bit as well, right? A little bit more sustainability. But
I think the
don't
issue
know.
is like late game, right? If you're using it, for example, versus like an Arda rag comp, and you're taking like it with like Taranis, Molong, Harmonia, you're going to be going into the point where the attack power is going to be higher up, and he's going to be continually reviving throughout the game. So if you're fighting Ragdoll, there's a good chance that people, when he revives, already have like high attack bars. So if they cut in late game, his shield might not be enough to protect him, you know?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the only thing.
there you go, try to
My
make him on
experience is the same
defense,
thing.
right? But he's still gonna die, I think, very easily, even with some defense on him. They got just give him the extra turn. Make it indicative to just water one. What were you saying, Ken? Sorry about that.
So the dark one's OP though.
Yeah.
So they changed the
That-
second.
The dark
That's a
one's
problem.
insane.
The dark one's already nice. Not OP.
It gives
but
me a
nice.
headache. Gives me a headache to fight it.
Why, you have to
Mhm.
think too much?
You gotta
It
think
forces
too
a
much,
certain
right?
play style really hard. It really enforces a play style.
What'd you say, Ken? It makes you think too much?
Yeah, because I don't know if can we reset his third skill?
That's how people feel playing against you when you have Ragdoll. They have to think too much too. Just
Oh, okay, that's true.
I'm just
Right.
talking. I'm just kidding. Dude. But yeah, true. Can you reset S3? Can you reset S3, or is it just a continuous passive throughout? I think it is, right? I know we
I
can
don't know.
Oblivion it though.
I think you can reset it, maybe. It's on a 5-turn cooldown, right? So if it's on a cooldown, you should be able to.
But if it kills something, it's gonna revive always, right? That's not on a cooldown, is it? His own revival's on a
he always
cooldown.
revives.
I
Yeah, his
don't
own
know.
cooldown is on revival, but him killing something is never on a cooldown, right? That always just revives
Mhm.
24/7.
Mhm.
All right, what do you think about one more unit? The light
What? Sorry.
the light
unicorn?
light jack-o'-lantern.
Something about defense break, right? Defense break setting up now, or
He's also
Mini
you
Jaeger. Mini Jaeger.
can't see him. Yeah.
Yeah, Mini Jaeger. Sorry. Yeah.
But
How's
when
the
you
damage
look at
on it?
Jaeger compared to Misty, Jaeger's base stats is like a trillion times better. It doesn't even deserve to be called Mini Jaeger. 9,000 HP. Work with that. Work with that.
Yeah, that's like the problem with the water lich when they made it better, right? Is its base stats were so bad.
That's the beauty of a Nat 4 compared to a Nat 5, right? That's the strength. Something people devalue all the time, right? More stars, naturally, it has better base stats.
That's why I feel that Okeanos will still be better in that slot than Akia.
So people keep saying
It has like 100 extra defense, I think. Something like that. Okeanos.
So we had the conversation yesterday. People were like, "But Misty has speed scaling damage." And he was, "Oh, it doesn't," and multi hits, of course, but it doesn't really matter. And the reason it doesn't really matter is because with the design of the kit, your goal is not to be like some speed scaling super fast damage dealer. Your goal is to live long enough to get 150% attack, so you can kill people. Like, I just don't see the point in like bringing up the speed scaling damage on Misty when you die so fast that you're never gonna get a turn.
Agreed.
What do you think, Andrew? Since you brought up Misty, what are your thoughts on it? Are you just trying to say that hey, maybe it's not really that good, but people keep talking about it, or do you think there's some value in it somewhere?
So I was more so just curious on your guys' thoughts since I saw it as another potentially anti-Hathor unit, but it's kind of like the issue with the Monkey King, right? Just lap the person, attack bar control.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter if they don't get stunned.
It's no good. At least Chilling could steal the shield will from like from Wusa or other units and gives himself immunity. It's kind of good. Chilling's good. It's always been good. But Misty, no good. Yeah.
Well, Chilling also gains speed when he has buffs too, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, how much? Is
Like
it?
every-
Instead, it used to be 5. Now is it what 10? 10 per buff? How much more is it? Do we know? We don't have a
9.
numerical
I
amount,
think it's
right?
9 speed per buff.
9 speed per buff. That's weird.
I
Interesting.
think so.
Huh. Very, very interesting. So overall, is there any other units that we missed, and what are your general thoughts on this balance patch notes?
Alexandra.
What do you guys think about the
Oh yeah,
unicorns?
Alexandra Helena. Which one? The unicorns? Oh yeah, good topic.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 2 support ones first, before the 2 damage ones. 2 support ones are the water one, right? Water one now gets 10% healing every time it's in unicorn form per turn, and then you have the light one that heals the whole team by 10% on S2.
Light one got a good buff.
Yeah,
I think
the
they
light
both
one's
got a pretty
good.
nice.
The water one in horse form is actually really strong now.
Yeah, because
She's
it gets
always
the
she's
healing,
always
right?
been pretty strong.
She's always been
Well,
strong.
no,
Oak
it heals
really
in
strong.
horse form.
Yeah, 10%. 10%. And of course, it still gets
So you're
defense
saying-
buff, right?
Yeah, and
Once
it's
per
really
turn
hard
it
to
gets hit.
kill. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
So you're saying
Yeah.
encourage
Defense
more to
buff
do
when it
like the
got there.
cycling.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like
You might
when
be
when
able-
they're down to like 1 or 2 units, and you don't need the immunity all that much, turn it into horse, attack from there. She'll
She
never
actually
die.
has wicked good solo potential now because you provoke and then you get defense buff and then you heal
Mhm.
yourself and you revenge. You're like, oh whoa,
Yes.
wait a minute.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
she does a lot.
And she
in
heals
one
herself
of these
every turn
situations.
on defense buff. It's pretty crazy. But
She might
She
be able
still-
to solo a
she still
bulwark.
gets countered by bulwark like crazy.
You
So
think so?
Well, actually, in pony form, she
no, not I
She
think
slows
so.
it down.
I know so.
Okay, no, okay, but think about it.
And Amelia users think they could stay in horse form and avoid the bulwark, and that's not true. If you just stay in horse form, bulwark already did what he has to do.
Oh, I think
And he
he's
still
the
gets
1v1
stacks from the
at the
defense buff.
Well,
And
I
he
mean,
was
the
like-
1v1.
All right, what were
Yeah.
we
The
saying?
1v1 though.
What
The
was-
1v1. If it takes 5 turns for bulwark to stack up, and then she heals 50% in that 5 turns, then wouldn't this cancel each other out?
Well, and
just
she
be
does more
damage.
damage. She has
So just
CC.
do the.
You
Yeah.
get
Auto-
1 stack for getting a defense buff. You get another stack from taking the defense buff.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So you get it in 3 or 4 turns. But you can also throw the gamble out
And I'm
there.
never talking about
Just go for the
1-on-one.
provoke.
I'm talking about like if you have Amelia and they pick a bulwark, you have to ban bulwark. There's like no other way. Yeah,
I mean,
it's like whoa.
You already know you're countered when you have an Amelia
Yeah.
and they have a bulwark. I mean,
You
it
have
doesn't
to
matter.
ban bulwark. It's 100% ban. You just have to deal with the other 4 units.
Right. That's very true.
So Amelia's still last pick. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me throw something wild out. What do you think about building it on a damage build, like just like every other unit on crit damage now? Does it bring any value?
I don't like
'Cause-
it because Amelia stacks really well with defense. So
and
like,
HP, right?
go
Doesn't
crit
she get
damage,
speed for
lose
HP
the
on human form? Speed for HP, is that the trade-off? Right?
Yes. Yeah, it is. I think she's actually better to build on higher accuracy than damage because the
Mm.
freeze is valuable for her. If you freeze people, you're healing and you're CCing at the same time.
but even accuracy, she doesn't need much. I'm saying
Yeah,
like,
like 30.
defense, HP is very important on her. So HP and then stack a lot of defense, a little bit of accuracy and resistance. Even accuracy is more important than resistance if you can hit 100, and accuracy, whatever's left. But I will not agree with crit damage.
Okay.
It's
I
just-
just threw
it's
it at
too much-
random. I didn't
No,
think
yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
it's-
throw it
we're
at
just
random.
It's too many
'Cause, like-
stats to give up to find it. Like
True.
you have to give up so many stats to
Mhm.
find it, and she doesn't scale on HP or defense. So like crit damage, it's like crit damage Josephine is really hard because it only scales on attack,
Right.
right? It's like even worse for Amelia because at least Josephine has the
Oh,
no glancing.
we could talk about the. I tested this one out, Luis with Ken Baller.
Oh, how consistent is that now as a immunity buffer?
Yeah, we screamed for like an hour with Luis.
I think we found
Yeah.
out and we deduced that you have to have like 20-something% HP to guarantee that you have immunity all the time, right? Because the heal is like not very insane.
Wait, now it's guaranteed immunity, no?
Now it's 50%.
What is that? Yeah, it's 50%. Yeah, but you have to be at 20-something% because it heals by only 20-something% of the unit's max HP, I believe, right? So you have to be at 20-something. It can't be like under 20-something% HP. You won't get immunity, right, from that. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was 50. I'm lost.
If the unit has a certain amount of HP, it cannot get immunity after that heal because it has to pass that
Yeah.
50% threshold, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So,
Mm.
like, how do you feel the heal is? You know what I mean? How do you feel the actual feel of the unit is since you've tested it out? Then I'll just ask you that.
I think she's
Since you have
already
previous-
good. I don't know. With the test I've done, what do you think about Luis between our scrims? Ken Baller.
I think. Well, half the time I feel like besides that heal, she kind of just sat there.
Okay. So no good. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's her
Well,
S2?
she-
What's her S2? What's her S2?
Invincibility.
Okay,
The-
so maybe some
What?
implementations would mow long. Anytime you see invincibility, right?
But her
maybe
first skill is
it
pretty
mow
good
long.
if they have no immunity. It's pretty good.
What does it do? The S1 exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
Attack
her
radius.
first skill,
Mm.
by the way, needs to be absorb attack bar, not
Oh, if
decrease
she
attack
if she
bar.
had that, that'd be like
Not OP.
the
That'd be
icing on the
OP.
cake.
She'll be usable.
No, it would be icing on the cake to complete her cake.
Yes.
She-
Yes.
she
If
be-
she
she
absorbed
become
it,
usable
oh my
in
god,
RTA.
I would. Ooh, just grab her by the cheeks and just kiss her.
Okay,
But
what
wait a minute.
about the shout out to Talkish though with Alexandra? I think the Alexandra change is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I
Good.
talked to Roger,
Can she-
Weak Dog, who is a user of Alexandra, and the only issue is that it makes her stronger, it makes her easier to build without having crit rate. It makes her do more damage, I guess, in essence, because she doesn't have to bring crit rate, but she's still going to be drafted in the same slot, so she didn't really change much in that aspect. You know what I mean? So,
But now she's a unit to consider. Like when someone drafts an Alexandra, like you sit there, you're like, okay, that could actually do something. Before it was like someone drafted an Alexandra, you're like, all right, whatever, just sits there till the end of the game, just ignore it.
She's
Like,
okay. She's definitely not one of the winners. The winners is Laika and Lima, right? Like her and Mananan, they're not winners. You know, they're
guess
good. They got
We're
better,
in a
but
place where she's
yeah.
like usable now. Right?
I think
Like,
she
Yeah.
was
I'm just happy
always-
that more things are usable.
wasn't she always kind of usable to be straight up honest as a cleave, like a counter cleave ish? I mean, not better than Lydia though, but I mean, just there for the reflect maybe. Like, it was
and
still
to be
okay.
honest, if you have the rune quality, would you rather have a Helena doing armor break, attack bar decrease, or would you rather have glancing attack break?
It really depends on what you have. Like, you have Beth Bellinus, you can just pick Alexander for free, right? You have
Well,
two
Because
defense breakers
like
already.
90%
on what you
time, armor break is
The
better.
difference
I
between
actually
Helena,
so I think that Alexander is actually better to use than Helena now because since they alleviated the rune quality requirements, that means that no matter what, if you build her, you'll always get more out of it. Right.
What
So
if they gave her-
like, theoretically they
I-
alleviate the rune requirement by like 60%, right? That means you can make her 60% better in another category.
Is it 60%?
No, that's
Oh,
that's a total
right.
arbitrary number. She gets 100
Oh.
crit when she uses the
yeah.
skill.
So you ruin
Right.
0 crit. You just ruin HP
Yeah,
defense,
she
crit
ruins 0
damage,
crit.
and of course
It-
it's a unit that doesn't use speed, or you don't ruin it in an insane amount of speed. So the speed is kind
No,
of.
but you.
I don't
can
have
now if you want to.
I don't
If
have
you wanna run a
Alexandra,
speed
so I
cleave,
don't
that's a
know.
thing.
But I know that an armor broken unit in RTA is like a dead unit in RTA. I know that.
You know what also is important in RTA? Consistency. And a unit like Alexandra landing the debuff she has at having no elemental disadvantage is also nice, right?
That's
Whereas
true.
Helena
Yeah,
can
yeah,
miss
yeah,
it.
yeah. I never thought about that. Yeah.
There's
Attack rate glancing is pretty good.
Yeah.
But also you wouldn't
Yeah.
bring actually you would. All right, never mind. You're right.
But let's talk about Helena as well then. Do we think she's a lot stronger now too? Obviously she got that buff.
She's better, but I'm just saying
I don't
like
think it really changes the issue with Helena.
No.
That there's better options. I feel like if you want
The only problem with Helena is that Bellinus exists.
And Miho.
Like,
Enrica.
I guess that's
true,
all there.
true.
Yeah, the Miho.
Well, okay, so yes. Okay, I'm gonna say the shield is pretty good against the Miho, but you're still right. It doesn't change the underlying problem that 100 crit. But,
and
like,
Alexandra
Bellinus
counters
is just
Miho.
ruining
That's
it.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Does she?
What if
What if they just gave Helena?
Well, because
another
you could just
passive
stay in
besides,
horse
like-
form and hit the Miho, right?
Wait,
and
what'd you say?
she
What'd you say?
reflects damage
right.
too.
Oh, true.
Right. The reflect
So
damage.
if you
kills
stay in
Miho.
horse form, you have no
She'll
crit.
never crit on horse form.
What were you saying, Invictus? What were you saying, Invictus? Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, I was just saying, what if the issue is her passive just isn't enough? Like, fact that she gets less damage to water units, like that's room for a change there. Like, give her something unique. I don't really think the less damage from water units is that impactful, unless
It's
I'm
not
mistaken.
impactful at all. Correct.
Because
Why?
in
I
RTA,
used
it's
to
not
use
like
it
you're going
against
to be
Wulongs and
drafting.
Guild Wars all the time for fun.
Oh yeah, and good one.
That's all it is. That's about it.
But there's Laika, and then there's like other units.
Right. You're right. They're just memeing.
I think I really do think the issue is just that, like, if Bellinus didn't exist, she'd still be a viable pick, right? But Bellinus does her job better. He has defense break, dots, attack break, provoke. Just better. And he has like a passive with the revenge.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, that's an opportunity for another change that they can make to her.
Something
Is
fresh,
in that
right?
passive.
Okay, this is here's
Yeah,
my
like-
perspective on this. We talked about this in Discord this morning. Somebody brought up, should they give a Bellio defense buff and make him as good as Taranis? And I said, no. Why would you want that? Why would you want units to be buffed to the point where they're so ridiculously strong? Why don't we just rebalance units and then consider giving them something that's unique? Right? I'm of that perspective that we should rebalance things instead of making
So-
everything ridiculously strong.
But I'm coming from the position here that, like, you don't see her at all. Like, it's not like she's being used somewhat, and she could use more to be better. It's like she's just non-existent.
But
At
you're saying
least
you want to
in
bring
the
her. You want to
Guardian
bring her
meta.
to the level of like you want to bring her to that level because that's the competing factor. It's literally like, why would I pick Helena when I can pick Belenus? Belenus does everything Helena does better. No.
I mean, I'll be honest. The reason why I don't like her anymore is because she doesn't have that chance to be kind of nut anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like the opportunity to go multiple turns. That will still happen. You know, the
She
change
can still do it, right?
because the violent changes,
Yeah.
right? So you have lower probability. It's all it is. Is what I'm saying. So it's not as crazy.
She could still do it.
Yeah, she can still do it. If I'm drafting it, I'm hoping for that. To be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's just lower probability nowadays.
Please.
Right? Doesn't give me any value to do it anymore, though. Yeah. Okay.
If you guys are done talking about the unicorns, I want to go back to Ethna one more time.
Okay. Anything?
Okay.
Last topics on Ethna there. Dude, this balance match was kind of big. Like they actually hit a lot of units that were valuable, right? And a lot of things to discuss. Because most of the times when there's balance matches, dude, we talk about it for a little bit and then we cover all the units and that's it. Because there's so many that are irrelevant. There was very few that were irrelevant. I guess there was a couple, but yeah, like Teshar. But anyways, go ahead, Thompson. What do you have on?
Yeah, Teshar is great.
Yo, I've tested.
Teshar's
I
great.
tested.
He's great. He didn't need
Teshar.
it though, but 8%. Great. All right, 8%. Hashtag 8%. Thanks.
I've tested Teshar for dimensional crystals and stuff because I still use dimensional crystals. But yo, it doesn't twist her. It doesn't third skill all the time.
Yeah, the AIs. They said the AIs improve, but they
Lucian
have not.
doesn't act
No,
there
no,
all
no,
the time
no,
either.
no.
No,
Wait,
it
wait,
doesn't.
wait,
Yeah.
wait. Thompson.
Yeah.
The AI has improved in Kairos only.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that what they said?
Yes, dungeon AI. The AI has been improved to use the skills that attack all enemies more frequently when there are 3 or
So
more
does
enemies,
Teshar
specifically
Twister?
to dungeons.
does this?
It would
But I-
only matter if you're doing like secret dungeons or if you're doing like giants.
But does it twist her all the time? That's the only they buff Teshar and they say AI change.
I think when people heard
Probably.
AI got a buff, they assumed that everything is now 100%. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's not.
Oh,
It's not. Yeah.
All I know is that I went on to Jew Bagel's video he made of the AI buff, and the
Yeah.
first run he does, Teshar uses skill 2 on the first wave. So
yo. By the way, 2020. I
That
gotta
was
give
fun.
Jew Bagel props for still pumping out good quality content like that.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, I just talked to him
Yeah.
this week too about joining
He's
the
a good guy.
podcast. I asked him about joining the podcast, and I don't know if he's memeing, but he says he doesn't want to join the podcast because he thinks some of us here don't like him. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
It's not me. It's not you.
me.
man.
So I'm just curious
anyone
who he's got
like
beef
him.
with, dude. We
He's
just
just
met him
memeing.
in Orlando. I think he's just memeing though. But I
I've-
just
I've
want you to
never had
know
the chance
if
to
you're
meet
watching
him.
this, Jubego, that we want you here, man. We want you here to get some insight. We want some shit talk. We want some poop talk. We want some what in the butt. Like we want that shit here, man. So hopefully in the future you can join us, bro. Yeah, definitely got to get some insight. This is a no filter zone, man. As much as people are very, like I always say, people come to my podcast, they're very respectful, and I appreciate you guys for that, right? But if sometimes we have banters and we have discussions and it gets a little heated, as long as we all understand that, hey, like it's in this space, we can have this understanding, and it's no hard feelings. It's perfect, right? And that's the kind of
There's a
environment I
few
wanted to
people-
create here.
There's a few people that will agree with what I'm about to say next. Some people I can name is Jew Bagel will agree with what I'm going to say next. Maybe Tyler, Ken Baller, or Invictus might not agree with me. I know True Whale, he will agree with what I'm about to say next. Let me say this, all right? But probably not True Whale because he can't sympathize with what I'm about to say next. But let me say this. 3 years ago, they buffed Beth. You're like, oh, pretty good. Now she could farm really well. Skill 2, skill 3, skill 2, skill 2, skill 2. Everything dies. Okay,
Nice.
great. And then comes a slight buff to Asima. Well, 2 years ago, Asima got buffed. Oh my god. Now Asima, touch of death.
We know where this is
When
going.
she touches everybody, everyone dies. Asima's like Thanos, right? Then, all right, they
Talking about
buffed.
Ethna.
No. We talked about Ethna last, right? Yeah, but Ethna did get buffed, but it's okay. And then they buffed Rocky. Oh my god. Rocky just kills everything. All right, they buffed Rocky. Okay, cool. We've been really, really patient. And people ask me, hey, when is the black one getting buffed? I'm like, yo, be patient. All right? Be patient. Every one of her sisters got buffed. Sisters from another mister got buffed, but she will get buffed really, really soon. I have a feeling She's the worst one.
I agree.
Then this patch again, for some random reason, they buffed Ethna. What?
But they skipped her, dude.
No one thought she needed a buff. They just touched her. All right, is it
Not sure
foreshadow? I don't know, but be patient. All right.
I think they're just not
Next
sure what to
patch.
do. With
I'm
Cracken.
telling you, be patient, you guys. Next patch, just wait another 2 years. From 3 years, I've been saying this, but wait another 2 years. Maybe Cracken might get buffed. Possibly, probably not.
We know you have one as well, right? So that'd be nice to see. That'd be nice to see. I mean,
To be honest,
her kid is different, unique, but it just doesn't do enough. That's
But
all
I gotta
What
give it
would
to
you-
the
what
Cracken
would you
owners.
like?
They've been really, really patient. My God, like every one of the Hell Ladies got buffed except for Cracken. But we all just like we're okay. We're cool.
You know who?
We'll
you
just
know
sit
who
back
will
and
agree with
relax.
you there? You know who would agree with you there?
No,
All
I'm
the
not.
Shazam
I'm not
and Rahul
complaining.
users
Yo,
will
I'm not
all agree
complaining.
with
I'm
you
naming
there, bro.
facts.
All the
These are
Shazam and
complete
Rahul
facts.
users will agree with you there. They're like, you know what? Yeah, just wait, guys. Trust me. Look at my
Uh,
Shazam. Look at my Rahul.
Yeah, I'm
Look at
telling
his
you,
skills now. Check
these
this
are
out.
facts. Look, Shazam, okay, you know it got buffed, or whatever, you know.
At least he
and
got
other-
touched.
Okay, but yo, every Hell Lady got buffed for 3 years. They've been touching on Hell Ladies, right? I'm telling you, Cracken owners are very patient.
So what else do you want on the S3?
Yo, I
Just
have
make it
no
a new
idea,
skill.
man.
Just make it a whole new skill.
dude.
Whole new skill. Okay.
What do
No.
you think could
Give it
work?
like-
No, I tell you what
I know
they do.
play with Cracken,
I
Andrew.
tell you what they do.
I don't know. Do you want her to be the support role?
I know you played with Cracken. What do you think about Cracken?
I know what they need her to do. I know what they need to do. They need to give her the Vanessa treatment. That's it. That's it. No
Put a
longer a
speed lead?
skill, becomes a passive. Some way, somehow, some sort of passive. Because that's why Vanessa was trash before, right? It was an S3. You gotta click it to revive. It was not a passive, right? Give it the Vanessa treatment, baby.
You know what I want? I want the Eladriel treatment where she can revive everybody.
And everybody has full
What?
cooldowns with
Eladriel
invincibility.
Like-
Eladriel.
No.
Eladriel.
Everybody gets
Mm.
-2 cooldowns and 1 turn of invincibility buff and 30% HP.
Or same thing,
Then
full
you
cooldown
pair-
reset.
You can
Gives
pair
instant to the unit revive.
I'm telling you. So like, come to us. They be sitting down, and like 5 people are talking about Cracken buffs, right? And then they're gonna shoot Brian down. They're gonna shoot Tyler down. They're gonna shoot Andrew down. And you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be heal with 50% HP instead of 20%. There you go. The Ethna was a foreshadow, man. It was a foreshadow.
No, they would just do Shatter Plus, and then that would give it 8% more damage on all hits. That thing
Actually,
enough buff.
Okay, what about this? They changed the
I'm
awakening
just
from
saying she needs a lot of
resistance-
work, man. That unit is complete garbo.
Oh, hear me out. What if they take the resistance awakening, make it Shatter Plus, and give it built-in stun chance?
Usually I have an idea about how to buff a unit. Like Luis, if she has attack bar absorb, it'll be so good. But then
You give her a
Cracken,
bio
I
stunning
completely
unit,
don't know
defensive.
what to do with her. She's really bad.
Mm. So yeah, so all the Cracker users
know.
out there, be patient and hope it hits.
Be
Hope it
patient.
happens.
All your sisters are getting buffed for the last 4 years, but just wait another year. You'll be okay.
All right, so in light of this this super long topic that we had today, I think we can all kind of agree that the balance patch it was good, right? We're definitely going to be talking about this on next week's as well as more things get tested out. I do want to touch up on one more topic. I had a bunch of other topics lined up, but we had one more topic I kind of want to discuss a little bit about, and that was on the new boosters that just got released. It's kind of like event boosters, right? It's the new 1+1 drop rate boosters. You guys might have seen it in your inboxes, right? Which allows you to farm for an hour and get double the rewards, basically. What are your thoughts on this?
I like it, but I
Hey, it
don't
sounds
think
cool.
they should sell
It
it.
feels a little clunky having to press it twice.
You know what it sounds like? It feels like they're kind of testing the idea of wanting to.
I
make
hope they don't sell it. Oh my god, I like it, but I hope they don't sell it.
It's
Do,
OP.
do you not get
man.
that feeling, Brian?
What they want to test? What?
This is like their first step into the water towards like the idea of like multiple runs or auto farming.
Maybe. I mean,
this is like they're like put their toes in the water. you know?
or it's a deflection towards this. You know what I mean? To kind of deflect away. So what I think is, I would like to see them do it more. I think it's great, right? It's great. I would like to see them do more and have it as events, though. I don't want to see it being sold as a pack. Now, if they release it as a limited purchase in the game via crystals, I wouldn't mind that as well. Because free-to-play players, you farm throughout the weeks, you want to allocate some crystals towards it, so be it, right? Instead of premium packs. I think that'd be
I don't
great.
know, I think it'd also be cool if they like turned it into like a, you know how like daily pack 1 is every 15 days. The same idea, something cheap like $5. You
Yeah,
know what I
or if it is sold, it is sold in the bonus. You know, like you buy a pack, like the legendary pack right now has that little extra mount or whatever it is, or island. Yeah, they just give something special and you get a couple extra boosters, right? Make it a semi-scarce resource is fine, right? Or make it a resource we can have every week. Everybody can have one a week that's purchased with crystals, right? So you're kind of
What if it's
what?
What if it's purchased through like RTA?
Oh, yeah. If it has a correlation, that would be interesting, right? Maybe special league points, maybe actual RTA points. Sure, promoting of RTA to go far more. Okay, to a certain extent. Definitely limited though, not infinite purchases is what I'm thinking. But do you feel it's good? I mean, I kind of like it. Right? Just higher chance of getting the drop. It just feels good. Like whether or not you're just getting double mana or not, it feels good, right? And it's also on your
It's
own
really
time.
good.
It's on your own time. That's the big
It's
thing.
really good.
Yeah.
But I just hope they don't sell it. I just hope it's like, oh, please don't do that.
Sell as in packs, right? But if they
Everyone will buy it. I
That's
just
a
hope they
that's a
don't
must
sell
buy,
it.
dude.
Yeah, that'll be
Huh?
a must buy. Ooh, normal arena award. There we go. That could be another revamp with the glory points potential. True, right? But it definitely makes people
Let's
play more
not
arena. But
force people to do arena. Until they fix arena, let's not force people to do
I was
arena.
just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I agree.
Another option would be definitely ancient coins, right? Could be in there as well. That is a valuable resource that can be put in ancient coins, which is a limited resource or currency that you have to purchase it. That's also another option. But
I
they,
think
I
maybe
agree they're
we should
testing.
just get it. They
What's
should just give it to us once a month. They should just give it to us for login rewards once a month. You get like a couple days,
Or
worth
just
of,
from-
like,
or
double
just from
boxes or
events.
something.
Mm.
Wait, that's actually the idea right there. Get because what is the most important thing for games is to get player activity, right?
People
Log in
to
every
play
day.
every single day.
Once
Yeah.
per week, right? Once per week, you get one. You get giants, dragons, necro, and then I don't know if they want to make a raid one though, but a raid one. But that
Oh,
might come
raid
a lot.
one, yes.
Yeah,
Raid
never
one
mind, never
would
mind,
be
never mind.
nice.
BJ5s, dude.
I
They're gonna
don't-
fix BJ5s. They're gonna
No,
fix
I
BJ5s.
think,
Is that the
I
case,
think
dude?
I think what they should do is actually they should make it a Kairos dungeon, and it should be anything in Kairos dungeon.
Oh, and then
That
you
way-
allocate
that
how you
way-
want.
If you're not, well, because you can't expect most players to be able to do giants, dragons, and necro all in the same month. I always recommend players, if you're like in the early game or the mid game, focus on one dungeon, only farm that dungeon for the month. Next month, when you want to re-rune, swap it over. Like, because it's really hard. If you're spreading that many runes, like you're struggling, right? For us, we're at the end game. We can farm all three of them, no effort, right? But you have to keep that into a consideration. So just make it Kairos dungeon. Could be anyone you want. You choose. It'll be easier.
Yeah, and I like the weekly login thing, and it's the end of the week, like the 7th day one, 7th day, 14th day, 21st day, and then whatever it goes up to. I think that would be good. Have people log in every day, and they can get that. And I don't think 3 hours a month is that much. They're giving us what 6 right now, right? 2 of each, and on the certain login times, there's 6. I think they're testing out 2 giants, 2 dragons, 2 necro. I think is what they're giving away. So yeah, 3 a month. Sure, nice bonus. Helps early game players as well.
I actually used mine while we were podcasting.
I didn't use mine yet. I should have actually. Shouldn't have told me. I should have. I didn't find a time yet to use it.
Yeah, we have 1 day left on it, or a day and a half or something.
Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts on this 1+1 booster? Like any other ideas that can stem out from this?
I think it's a nice gesture. It's a nice idea to start with. I like that it was put in an event before anything else. I think they should utilize events to test more things.
Yeah, I agree. It's nice to see them doing stuff. I will shit talk them when shit goes down, but I gotta give them some props. The last week, I mean, random balance patch note and this new 1+1 thing, man. I mean, I like it. And of course, the other week as well, doing the relay challenge event, I thought that was a cool thing to kind of set up and do. So I do give the props on that as well. So hopefully they can do more, right? I know coming into the topic of that, I said coronavirus, everyth's happening. So people are, working from home. So I think the progress of, what you want to do, no matter what kind of company it is definitely decreased in efficiency since that kind of issue globally. So we'll see how it goes moving forward.
I
There
think
is
their
something I wanna
timing
talk
as
about.
well with.
We
Yeah.
haven't talked about yet. I'll stop complaining. We could remove runes for free for a week
Oh yeah, that's right.
in arena.
Yeah,
I think they could just make it permanent. My God, it's been so fun.
RTA is permanent, is it not? RTA removal is
Is
permanent.
it permanent? Oh, it's so
permanent.
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
So
yeah,
I-
man,
I
I'm not
forgot
used
about
to it.
that.
It feels great.
Feels
Yeah.
good.
I'm
really good.
I'm really happy about that. That's something I didn't
Yes.
think about. Yes, we
Thank
have
you,
favorites
Comfort.
now. So you know how we're talking about
Yeah.
making our box? We have favorites
So-
now in RTA, and we have
yes,
unlimited FR
favorites.
RTA.
We
Yup.
talked about that.
You
kind
could put the
of-
unit
you know, hiding
into
your
your
box.
storage and then favorite them. Oh, so good.
Yeah, may I
Oh, you
devil's
can do that?
advocate this one?
Yes, that's the
Oh,
way
okay.
to do it. Yeah.
May I devil's advocate this? Why we can't do that?
Why?
Can't do what?
We
Can't do
can't
what?
make free rune removal exist outside of RTA permanently.
Oh,
because
oh,
then we
that's-
just wouldn't need runes.
no,
like,
I'm just talking
you-
about RTA.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about like everything. I was like, oh god.
No,
please.
It's
Then
been
there's no
great.
reason to
It's
follow
been
that.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like they've been listening to like remember that one podcast we had Fwa and Fwa was like, dude, if like rune removal was free for RTA, I would play again. And then now it's free for RTA. Come back, Fwa, you know?
Yeah, and so like I was actually gonna bring that up. I was gonna say, you know, in light of recent people working from home and people not being able to go out and stuff, I really appreciate that Comp2Us has picked a good timing to release this infinite RTA free rune removal because it allows people to play the game more and it allows people to want to play the game more. Like I've been in this like I want to play the game because I hate reruning. It's like man all the time. It's like yesterday I was like, you know what? Let's rerun. Foxy came to my stream. We rerun for like an hour and I played all 30 wings and I was like, this is actually kind of fun again. Like,
Yeah.
it's nice to just be able to
Yeah,
change
you try
things up.
builds.
If you want to try a different build, you can just instantly change it.
You know
And
what?
there's like no repercussions.
What's interesting is that you know what I've always said is that we kind of deduce what the meta will change to be. This definitely adds to it, so I think it's smart, right? By allowing us to rerun anytime and test so many things out and so many combos with no repercussions of mana, we can in essence change the meta, which inadvertently is
cool.
great for them. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
hats off to Comp2Us on that one.
Yeah,
for
gotta give
sure.
him props. Hey, my gotta give him props for props. I mean, credits due, but you know, yeah, we're waiting for you to make one wrong step to give you some.
Oh,
shit.
I really
But,
like
they're doing
went
real
off
good.
on them. They played it too safe with Manananan.
Okay,
30% no kill is too much of a clause.
Okay,
Also,
fair enough.
Cracken users are fucking about to are at their boiling point. Yes,
Anything
I
else
agree.
we want to bring up?
that's it. Yeah.
Forgot
Alright.
Fire Demon.
Oh yeah, there was
Oh, Fire Demon. Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of Fire Demon,
Sorry.
there was one
Damn,
last
I
thing.
complain a lot, but those are facts.
This is
It
the one.
sucks. Yeah.
Mhm.
One last thing that we're going to talk about was the topic earlier that we stopped you on, Invictus. You wanted to say something about a particular unit, and it was not on the balance patch note. So what was it? And what
Oh
was
yeah,
it?
it was
Was it Nefties?
Pater.
Okay.
No, Pater.
Okay. There we
Pater's
go.
got
Look at
over
that.
60%. Last season had over 60% win rate on more than Ragdoll. And I don't know. I was just curious. Do you guys think it should be changed, or I'm not trying to come out Ken. It's not.
Okay,
It's just a
can I
coincidence.
say
you're
my
here.
opinion
It's-
first?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh wait, before you, no one cares about your opinion. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, talk about your opinion.
Go ahead, Ted.
I just think he just had a higher win rate because Hawthorne was used so much last season. You know,
I see.
Maybe, but it's also the
but
fact
that's
that
the only time you would
any-
use him. Like I wouldn't
any
pick.
control team though.
I wouldn't really pick him if it wasn't a control team.
Right. So now that the spotlight's on you, Ken, you're deflecting to Hathor. Is that what we're doing?
Man, he's got nerf Hawthorne.
I don't know, man. Any
Yep,
cleanser
remember that
unit that
Ken had
can't
one of
be
the best
controlled.
Hathor out there.
Say
Like,
again?
Ken is a strong advocate of Hathor. He used a insanely well-runed Hathor forever. Like his Hathor was like, I don't know, 308 or something, 35k HP with like high accuracy. Like that shit was nuts. Ken is a good Hathor advocate. So like when he says the only
So-
reason we're using it is because of Hathor,
So is
he knows
Patar
that's
really
why.
OP? What do you feel, Thompson, from what you've played against so far? Like, is it really strong? I mean, I know we all know it's a strong unit. I mean, can't hide that.
Well, but then
Solid
it's not just Hathor. There's like Ganymede, Rika, Charlotte, Varad, Poseidon. There's a lot of CC units. How are you just saying Hathor? Pater is good against anything. Oh, even Lauren, Pater is pretty okay against, right? Against almost any unit.
It's hard to deny that Patter's an insane unit, but I guess if you want to think about how good he is, think about this. No matter what draft
Okay.
you go against, if you bring in a Pater, will it be good? You know? And
Yes.
what he does himself. Like, let's say
Yes.
Hathor is
No.
no longer a unit. Is Pater
Yes.
still a
He
pet?
heals.
If Taranis is no
No.
longer unit, is Pater a pet?
And he has wild
It
blow.
freaking
And he has
heals.
wild blow.
So he's a strong unit. Now, next is he too OP with his kit, right? Digging into the kit a little bit.
Well,
Does it feel too
my
OP?
thing is,
That's
it
what
has. My thing is, Fire Monkey King is pretty good. Like you pair Fire Monkey King up with like Raccoony or like
Did you just say
Ethna
Fire
or
Monkey King?
whatever.
Good.
Fire Monkey King. I'm talking about Fire Monkey King.
He did.
It's pretty good. It's like a good 5 out of 10.
That's
It's-
not good. That's
That's
like
not good.
It
That's
cannot
fine.
get stunned. All right. It armor breaks and it does damage, right? Yo, Pater cannot get stunned, turns into a freaking bear, heals the whole team up. That whole cannot get stunned thing is crazy, man. It's just crazy. It baffles me.
Yeah, that's all I was curious about. I really struggle versus now that I'm playing with like not just Hathor, but any kind of CC comp.
Hey, Josh is here.
He's
Josh, we were
tough.
talking about
Josh,
Ragdoll
Josh
earlier.
is here with
and,
the question marks.
Josh, we were talking about Ragdoll earlier, and I brought your name up because I said
The thing,
that you
Tyler,
handle it
you don't
better.
think Pater is really good?
No, I think he's really good. I don't think it's safe to say he's good against everything. Because there are a lot
No,
of
he's
people
not
like,
good against
Kills him,
everything.
dude.
Of course
Going
he's not.
Bird
I
destroys
think he is very good. I think the best part about Pater though is like one, if you have a good draft already,
Mhm.
Pater usually is really strong because you can bait people into picking stuff where they have to like
Pater is
force
weak
that.
against two
And
things.
then you pick
One
pick
shot
Pater,
and
like,
turn manipulation, right? That's it.
So he is.
but
weak
you
against
but
Lauren
you can
then.
just draft around
Because
that.
you said
You
he
can
wasn't
draft
weak
around it
against
all the
Lauren.
time.
And you just dropped around that. Exactly.
But the thing is, like, you also said that Lauren is good. It is like, or he does okay.
Well,
against
because you're
Lauren.
going to
I don't
bring
think
another
he's
threat.
good okay at all.
And then once you have the immunity up, Lauren's not going to do much, right?
Okay, I guess I don't know. That's very situational and specific.
Because a lot of times, let me say this: a lot of times, like their whole team's on Will. Let's just say, Lauren won't push the attack. If Lauren pushes the attack bar on Pater, they have 3 other units moving. Usually, Lauren wants to push the attack bar back on another unit, and then that allows.
don't
If
you
it
just-
doesn't pop that unit, that allows Pater to go off and heal and cleanse the whole team.
Yeah, but his point is, you have to kill something, or else it doesn't matter what you do on that turn 1. That's what Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. So in that situation, and which is broad.
I don't think
it makes
think
sense.
that.
Sure.
I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that the Pater is what makes that comp good. Then it's just that you had a better draft.
Pater
than
is what
me.
makes that comp good.
Because it forces you to take like a reset.
Just ban Pater.
Yeah. Leave his
Yeah.
Ragdoll, right? Because the Ragdoll
Yo.
got nerfed, so just ban your Pater, right? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Pater
I don't
is
know,
a very
I-
good unit.
okay,
All right, there's
so-
no arguing with that.
Like,
That's
the
all I'm
analysis
saying.
I see here is we're talking more about like super specific situations. We're not really talking about like the unit and why the unit is good.
That's what I was trying to allude to earlier.
Like we've derailed so far from like this unit is objectively good for these reasons to if I pick it in this situation it's OP, which like of course it is, right? Like I agree with you 100%. It is OP in whatever situation you're going to bring up.
It is the best immunity in the game right now, and that says a lot.
I don't think so.
Okay, which
I
immunity
think
do you
that-
prefer over?
Lima immunity is the best.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
he doesn't have a Lima.
this is going to be a stretch. I really think that Velajool is actually insane right now.
He's picked
But
so much.
Velajool is
Into what,
no. Wait, Velajool is really good, but he doesn't. He's susceptible to stun 1 and 2. He doesn't heal.
And I think outside of Velajool, I want to say Ileana, I think is also better than Pater. Ileana is insane.
Ileana's
She's
not
not
what's
against an agent.
Whoa.
She is
Ileana
really
is
good.
not that. Ileana is actually not that good with all the Dragon Knights around. People are using like
Yeah,
Jaeger.
but you're just briefing people. You're just
freaking,
briefing people. in
Laika.
But she's good with the
But-
Dragon Knight.
But
Yeah, that's
briefing
true.
is OP. Like how
But
is
you're saying that Ileana is better than Pater? Because I'm saying Pater is the best immunity. And you're saying Ileana and Velajool is better than Pater?
Okay, I think
I
you
think
can
Pater
argue
is
that
better than
Velajool is not as
Velajool
good.
for sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
he-
you can argue,
he
but
just-
Ileana is definitely
right
better.
now. He's just bullshitting right now. Of course, we already
Nah,
know.
Ileana is
Totally
100% better, dude.
I think
Oh,
Chloe.
wow.
I think Chloe's a little bit better.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Chloe,
Ileana is better than
Chloe's,
Pater.
You know, Chloe's really good. Chloe's the heel.
So we're there now. Oh,
Ileana
how about you
can't
guys? What
solo
do you guys
people
think?
though. Ileana can't solo people.
I think Delphoy's great too. Delphoy's got the reset.
But Ileana
Nice
doesn't
too.
do that.
Ileana doesn't.
Delphoy's a really good
Oh
immunity.
no.
Invictus, what do you think? Ileana, Ileana or Pater? Which one would you
But, like,
rather have?
But Ileana doesn't put herself in a position where she needs to solo people because she spams briefing so much that she just protects.
Yo,
everything.
you even got
Or
Ken
she just
Baller
gives the
owns a
unit a turn a
Pater.
million
Now even
times.
Ken Baller is insulted. He's like, how could Ileana be better than me? I'm insulted, man. I don't have a Pater. I'm insulted.
I think
He
I think Variables is better because you don't even need immunity. You just like cleanse it.
All right, Invictus.
But-
Who's better, Ileana or Pater?
I'm just looking at the turn 1. Like you can control the Ileana, but you can't control
Yeah,
the Pater.
easy. Yeah.
What?
So
What are you controlling it with? Just because like you can Hathor skill to it?
Well, I mean, any stun, any sleep, you can't put a bomb on. You can't blow up the bomb and stun it.
Oh, you cut out there. Like last 5
So
words.
it's-
Oh, sorry. What I forgot I had pushed to talk on.
So like the turn
I mean,
one is what
let him
makes
finish,
it a
let him
better
finish.
unit.
No, it's just like if you have your main control unit, if you're playing a CC setup, and then you have like several single target strips along with it, you can only strip something, stun something, push back the attack bar maybe. But other than that, what else do you have to deal with the Pater to keep it from putting up immunity? And then after it puts up immunity, you're kind of fucked.
Okay,
And-
let's be honest. In that specific situation, I'm like 1000% sure you're banning the Pater. And if you're not, I have no idea what you're doing.
Not always. I don't know. I mean, it depends what they take with
You're
it.
talking
Again,
about a position where like if you don't ban that Pater and you miss that debuff, you've literally lost the game. Which I don't think you ever draft like that. I think.
Do you know what Pater does?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you know it heals.
Only in bear form.
Do you know it deals damage? You know it doesn't. It cannot get stunned.
Yes, I think the druids
It
are OP.
stuns.
Don't get me wrong.
Do you know
I
it's
think the druids are OP.
Yeah.
It provokes.
it
Yeah,
provokes. It
Tyler.
provokes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pater
Yeah.
is better than Ileana,
Yeah,
man.
Tyler,
I'm a-
I'm a poke you with my stick too. Yeah. You like that?
All right. I'll concede.
I love it. All right, so I mean, we'll talk more about Pater in the future, though. I feel like he's not OP, but he's definitely very strong. He's definitely very strong, and I think there's units that are also very strong that pair up with him and make it, a very very nice comp, right? Which Ken Baller knows all too well, especially because he uses it quite a bit. But okay, thank you guys for joining me on today's podcast. I think it's a good cliffhanger to leave it here. We're gonna definitely continue to see people use and try out these different units from the balance patches in the coming weeks. We'll find out what's consistent, what's not. We'll find out what's good, what's trash, as well as I'm excited to see and feel more of these surprise balance patches, man. Dude, I am so hopeful now. Any moment we can get a
Next-
balance patch. Like it just
Next
feels so
podcast,
good.
We need Faint Memory on here talking about Pater with me.
All right, Josh, they
Yeah.
want you on here.
And not Pater,
No,
no,
Ragdoll,
Ragdoll. Sorry.
Josh,
Talk
you
about
want-
there is
Ragdoll
no-
with me.
There's no excuse, Josh.
Yeah, Josh,
You're self-quarantined. There's no excuse.
Yeah,
You-
Josh, they want you on here so that you can kind of discuss the way that you handle Ragdoll, since you've been able to effectively do it very well in the last couple seasons, as well as this season. Technically, there's a little baby nerf to the Ragdoll. How you handle it now.
Where
So
were
people
you
wanna hear
my
from
last SWC? Like, where were you? Where do you go, Faint Memory? We're both
you
from
know what happened to
America.
Fate Man in the last SWC? It's called he had 0 luck against all other players. Did you see his thing? They did the little, the little graph and showed
Yo, I
skill.
revenged for
They did runes, they
Fate
did
Memory.
monsters, right? And they did luck. His was literally 0. Like it was actually like
Yo,
Zero.
whatever Tree did to you, I returned back to Tree as well. So I revenged for you. You have to help me out, brother.
You're toxic. You're actually toxic.
What? What?
Kidding.
Anyways, if you guys are watching this from YouTube, make sure you guys leave those comments down below. Like I've always said, I go through them. Other people go through them, and I'm pretty certain that some CompToUs employee gets paid to go through those comments. No kidding. Yeah, so leave your comments down below. You never know if they'll see it. As well as make sure you guys hit that like and make sure you guys are subscribed. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's podcast. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it very much.